everybody? What is going on? My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free, and we are here in motherfucking New Amsterdam. To recap last week, they decided to take this job where they would take a van on a route through some neighborhoods that were mostly safe as a show of power to run that van into 9 streets. However, they were diverted in Waterfront, or just south of Waterfront, pushed into Waterfront, and got in a big fuck-off gunfight a block in the opposite direction. A city block in the opposite direction. Currently, they are in their van. They have a hostage. Yeah, we will start there. We'll say that Scene has pulled you guys into an alleyway. The van needed more shit to really get moving and to stably move. So he basically parked this van a couple blocks away, like a couple normal blocks away, like between a couple dumpsters or something. And Scene is working on the van out front. What are you guys doing?
Checking on the injured. While he's working on the van, I work on lives.
Okay, make me a first aid check. Have you made one yet? Sorry, I didn't. Because there's one right above the Roll20 chat thing. I don't know if that's one you just made or not.
No, I was trying to find it.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Sorry.
There.
Not trying to be pushy. I just got confused. There we go. Okay, nice. I will just rule everybody in the van can recover 5 hit points as your basic shit is kind of patched up. And if you had a condition, unless you take critical damage again, that condition is gone. So nobody has whiplash right now.
I was about to say, did I end up taking that? No, I didn't take that cracked ribs.
You did not take the cracked ribs.
Because something...
Armor ablation.
Right.
You didn't tack the crack. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't tack my wraps.
Yep. Yeah, okay, so Spate, you're kind of checking up on everybody, and the hostage you have is injured. You stop him from, like, bleeding out status, and you can basically bring him to consciousness whenever.
So, when you're ready to interrogate me, let me know. I'm going to work on the others. I'll bring him in when he's ready.
Yeah, and and you guys are just in the back of a van too, so like a cargo van, like a UPS van essentially. So, yeah, you guys are doing all right. You're in a pretty tight space. For Deltric's part, he's kind of like doing his thing. He takes it like a man, like he takes his injuries like a man. Like he's got cracked ribs too. Or he's got cracked ribs, and he's like, you can see he's in a lot of pain, but he's kind of holding up, as you kind of patch him up. As for Hacker Hank, he's not whining like a bitch, but boy, is he not taking it well. He's like, fuck, I haven't gotten shot in months. Think it's been 2 years, like sort of thing.
Don't worry, we'll get you better. Shut up so I can work.
Yeah.
By the way, what was the magazine size on those God guns?
We will give them a magazine size of...
I'm taking one.
Yeah, they can fire twice in one round, right?
Mm-hmm. Rate of fire, 2.
Then we'll give them a magazine of 10.
All right.
And yeah, you guys... I put that in chat, but you guys got... 2 shotguns. Oh, you put it in chat. So 2 shotguns, 8 handguns, 96 rounds for those handguns, and 23 shotgun shells. But yeah, if you guys want to, Jesus Christ, James. Do you guys have a group inventory note? Have I given that to you?
Do we have?
I gave you party notes.
I don't believe.
Let me give
We
you
do
guys a
have-
group inventory
yeah.
note.
We do have
Okay.
the notes, which
I
we
don't
have not
wanna-
been using because we're bad.
I don't want to clog up the screen for streamers. Does someone want to go ahead and?
Yeah, I can do that. And I'm just saying, that name's fitting. Does more damage than a manticore that explodes.
Yeah, it was an accident on my part.
No, I just think that's funny to me.
Yeah. Thank
Castigate the enemies of the Godhead.
thank my ineptitude for that one.
Thanks, ineptitude.
Yeah, they can do as much damage as a heavy assault rifle. But they're a pistol.
See.
Or a light assault normal assault rifle, I think. But anyway, so yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well,
7, I took one.
Marcine is trying to figure out where the hell to go from here, considering. Probably pokes a head out. How long do you need?
Yeah, and Scene would report that they need like probably 10, 15.
All right.
15
Sorry, I'm
minutes.
also making sure you got all that.
Yeah.
All right, you got 5. And, ducks back in. Turns. All right. We need to get back on the road and need to get out of here. We've got North Canal Belt to go straight through. And a long way to go. Fucking long way to go. She says, reloading the grenade launcher as she's thinking.
And yeah, I was gonna say the guy that we took our hostage is
Currently unconscious.
But
you can wake him up though.
Yeah, can we wake him up?
Yeah, how do you wake him up?
Just to kind of make my point known, I'm just poking at him with the pommel of the Odachi.
Yeah,
just like poking him in the cheek.
Yeah, he kind of wakes up bleary-eyed and then looks around, notices his situation, and just under his breath, just short.
Wake up, Buttercup. We got questions for you.
Kind of looks at you guys like, okay, what do you want to know?
How'd you know our route?
He'd probably say, I don't know how we knew the route. I'm just a fucking gunman.
Well, if you're just
entertain me, then give me some ideas or educated guesses.
He's like, if I had to guess, probably one of the higher ups either bought the information from some group who had surveillance equipment bugged, or they have a man on the inside.
Is it human empathy or human perception we can roll to be like,
yes,
tell if someone's lying?
Yeah.
All right. What are people?
Yeah, you cannot get a read on this guy. He seems kind of like icy right now. So you're like, damn, he could be fucking like telling you the truth. He could be spitting a lie, but like this dude is fucking not giving a shit that he's beat up and in the back of a van.
Okay. That's great. Hold on.
Are there more of you, or was this just everything?
Yeah, you can tell that this guy is, he's telling you the truth. He is resigned to the fact that he's just going to die. So he doesn't really see any benefit on helping the people who, like, set him up to die. He's very matter-of-factly about this.
Dude, I could heal you up and you could be on your way if you provide useful information.
Oh, no. He's not thinking he's going to die from his wounds. He's thinking you guys are going to kill him. And if you guys don't kill him, his boss is going to kill him.
Let's see. Well, and that's where actually Marcine has a plan, I think, if I am actually... If I'm thinking this through...
Bribery's not a skill, is it?
No.
Damn it is.
It is?
Yeah. It's at the top of social skills. I was like, can I just be like, here's 200, or like, here's 200 eddies. Fuck off. Go somewhere else. Don't ever come back here again. And also tell us what we want to know.
You realize he hasn't not told you anything you want to know. You've asked him one question,
but I also
that he didn't know the answer to.
And then I said, "Is there anybody else? Like,
oh
are you guys
yeah.
it?"
He'd be like, "Tell you the truth, I don't know what other kind of strike forces there may be. Far as I know, there was just the cop car blockade, and then we had to. You had the guys who were chasing you, and then there was our roadblock that we set up as well." Or no. Be like, then there was the roadblock, and then we were chasing you.
The cop cars. Do you have White Wolf in your pocket, or did you cause something to do that?
You would have actually noticed this. I think you missed this last session because you made some insinuations that you would have. So the first 4 cars on either side of the blockade were actually White Wolf cars, but then like driving past it, all of the cars in the middle of the street were like junker cars with sirens on top of them.
Yep.
So they had decoys to look like White Wolf cars.
Yeah, they wanted to make the block look lit up as fuck, but they could only manage to grab like 8 cars. 8 real White Wolf cars.
Where'd you get the blue car that doesn't look like shit?
And he kind of actually grins a little bit, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I put that together."
Anything worth it in there?
I never travel with anything on jobs.
No. I mean, under the hood. Any copper, any platinum?
Well, you could always steal the catalytic converter, though you'd make me cry if you did it.
You would like to make jokes now of all times?
As far as I'm concerned, you're going to put a bullet in my head, or my boss is going to put a bullet in my head.
What if you just
Your
disappeared?
boss, Red Eye?
Oh, better
Who the fuck is Red Eye?
Am I...
And again, rolling your human empathy forward, this guy's just telling everything to you flat.
Wait.
So you guys don't got no deals with New Human.
I mean, we've got deals with New Human, but not for this. The Mac wanted this thing to be hit. Why it came from so high up, fuck if I know.
The Mac? What does he mean by that?
So, you guys would know. And actually, this brings us to another one of our wonderful openers with, another one of our wonderful openers with Amstel. So let's see here. Logistical issues. Here is Amstel's entry on the river rats. River? Check. Rats? Extra check. The river rats got their start scoping and picking apart rides dumped from the Acton and selling what they could find, or what they found. This capital and market eventually led to them picking apart other things, like active vehicles, smuggling laws, and people's cyberware. Now, the Big Napple has a big goddamn problem with rats, hosting so many gang members that there isn't even a joke I can make here. They hold up a loose organization that often overthrows their leader at the hint of someone who can make a few more eds. This current leader, Artyom the Mac Prizmak, seems pretty steady though. He's been head for the last 2 years, a new world record. Definitely to be watched. So yeah, and we get like a cutaway that shows this greasy looking dude in a fucking mink coat, like real mink, real fur in this fucking world. Long greasy black hair that goes over half of his face, the other half of his head is shaved, and he's got this big smile and a bottle of fucking bootleg vodka in a club, just like fucking thrown in the sky, and it freezes, and then it cuts right back to the van.
The Mac? We didn't do anything to piss off the Mac, did we? kind of looking at the rest of the group.
Shrug.
I mean, you are doing delivery for sorry, Scarlatti family, yes?
When I see that motherfucker again, we'll see who really can turn whose head around.
You're working with Fat Man?
Who else is there to work with in the Scarlatti family?
Plenty of people, often much better people.
None of them
Seemed
are.
to-
None of them are the underboss, though.
True, but they also don't stink of shit. Metaphorically. And cheap cologne. Not metaphorically.
You're a gun, she says, moving around into the back.
Say what?
She kind of moves around into the back and... So you're a hired gun, huh?
Yeah?
Bends down. Could have sworn they wouldn't pay people to talk as well as you do.
What do you mean?
You don't talk like New Human.
You mean river rats?
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. I went and got college education. Did me fat load of shit.
Well, I'll know this. The rats will probably kill you.
Duh.
Do you really want to die here and now?
If I have an option, no.
Kind of looks at everybody else and goes, can't believe I'm saying this, but we've got a job to take this shit to 9 Streets. Do you want in?
Just slowly look at her like she's lost her fucking mind.
Yeah, and he'd be like, do I have choice in the matter?
Well, I mean, a little bit. You can choose. You work with us, and then you can either walk away, never to see us again, or maybe we put you on the short list of people we hire every now and again.
Kind of looks at you and goes, huh. You beat an ambush handedly and take one of the inadequate cronies who ended up not dying, and then you offer him a job. You're not going to live in Naples for long, are you?
Well, that all depends. Is that something you can be trusted to do? Do you think you could be trusted to run one job?
Run one job? Yeah, absolutely. I've run hundreds of jobs. Okay, hundreds is exaggeration, but I've run a bunch of jobs.
Yeah, and this is our job number 2, and we've already kicked your ass.
I want to make a human perception, if he's being honest, that he could actually be trusted for this job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same, because this feels like a bad idea.
Can I... we only... I should have said I wanted to use luck. Sorry.
Unfortunate.
What are these rolls?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, this guy is nice.
Okay.
Yeah, Spade, you've got like a pretty decent line in on it, right? Like you work with people like this pretty often, probably. Like maybe your mega building is host to like a little mercenary company as well as like a couple other things. This dude is totally in it for the money. Like 100% mercenary, right? Like what he's telling you, like he's like, yeah, I could be trusted for this job. And he's like he has no monetary incentive to betray you guys. You know what I mean? Like no one is telling him, okay, now ingratiate yourself and then kill them from the inside. Like this ambush was about as simple as it looked, and this dude is seeing a way out where he doesn't have to kill a bunch of extra people. He's like, yeah, I'll take that.
We're not paying him, are we? And you're not going to start adopting every lost puppy you see, right?
Did I ask your opinion?
No, but you got it anyway. Consider that an extra tip.
Deltric's like, before I work with anybody, what's your name? Kind of like, he's like, oh, yes, my name's Richter.
Big guy.
Nah, kind of
I was-
lanky.
I was gonna say if name's Richter and he's like a heavy set guy and be like, oh, I see why. You must have fallen
Yeah.
down at some point.
Oh yeah, no, he's lanky. He's got like that kind of like Ukraine mustache kind of vibe, you know, that like real thick kind of oiled mustache thing going on. He's wearing what looks to be pretty decent Kevlar. And he's got like got just like a standard holster that obviously doesn't have a gun in it right now. And got we'll say he's got a scar across his cheek that he wears proudly instead of having covered up.
Okay. Well, test number 1. Well, how do we have him bound? If we do.
Good question. How do you have him? You don't have him bound because none of you put him in handcuffs or nothing. I don't know if any of you even have shackles or handcuffs.
Good question.
Probably not. She would probably take an unloaded pistol and give it to him.
Take a what?
Take an unloaded pistol, one of the pistols we had found, and give it to him.
Looks at and goes, "No, this one isn't my gun." And he points at the pile and says, "The one on the far left."
Well, it's unloaded too. I hope we unloaded the guns we got.
How do you think we got all the ammo?
That's true.
Yeah, he spins the gun. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
He spins the gun on his finger to where he holds the kind of barrel in his forehand, and the trigger is kind of, and the butt of the gun is pointing towards him. Flips it around and hands you the old gun.
And I look at him for a moment. I'm waiting for him to see if he actually inspects it.
Oh, absolutely he does. First thing he does is kind of take it, look down the sights, and goes, "You know, the thing with these guns, these are the ones that generally they sight them too far forward," and kind of points at. He's like, "I usually wouldn't care, but I don't want to re-sight this in the back of a moving van."
Well, it's a good thing we haven't touched it then.
Yeah, and he kind of pulls the slide back a little bit, kind of looks down through the slide through the end of the barrel, and then lets it click back, and then does like a little bit of a revolver ocelot spin. Nothing so extravagant, but you know, enough to show he's got gun flair, and sticks it in his holster.
He hasn't even bothered to ask for ammo. That's interesting.
He just figures if you're gonna give him ammo, you'll give him ammo.
I mean,
right now he's persona non grata right now. He's taking what little things he can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look and say, well, this means you're working for the Scarlattis. You don't have at least right now, you don't have a problem with that?
I don't really work for anybody, but I work with anybody. Or I work with everybody.
Such is the life of a rat, I suppose.
Says, sort of a rat. Born a rat. I don't really associate too heavily. But when the top man starts calling in strings and you get called in for the little hit squad, you generally don't turn it down. Life is harder.
Kind of look at the others and go, well, unless anyone plans on trying to veto my decision here, I think. She says, grabbing a magazine and, tossing, well, not probably, probably his magazine. Taking his magazine, giving it to him, and giving him ammunition for it.
Yeah, he loads 10 rounds in it deftly and quickly, just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sort of thing, like palming them up, kind of like doing a pinky, then ring, then middle, then index finger to roll them up, right? Um,
And see, the thing
he's
for me is, guys, I don't have to trust him. He just, as long as he knows what he's doing, that's all I care about at the moment. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah, no, you're good. And yeah, like from everything you're seeing, this guy seems pretty apt with this firearm. He takes the gun out, loads it in with no aplomb, racks the shell back, and then does his little flippy do before he puts it back in the holster.
Right.
Yeah, Dove just gives him a long look and like is just like, yeah, make sure you know where you're pointing that thing.
I have no financial incentive to shoot you in the back. In fact, that would end up making it so that my enemies outnumber me. What is this? 6? 7? No, 6, because I'd kill you in the first shot. I'd make it count. It would be 6-1. I don't think I can win those odds.
Yeah, he just leans in, kind of looks at the gun, looks at him, is just like, where it's so easy. And just sits back and sheathes the sword.
How about you lean in, you say words so easy, and he doesn't move an inch, and you see like his glassy gray eyes, and he says, "You wouldn't believe, friend." And he just, that's all he does.
Yeah, and I just sheath the sword nice and slow so it makes that nice sound.
Yeah.
Or
And
it clicks
Dove,
in.
Dove, it is this moment that you have no doubts in your mind. You are dealing with a bona fide solo. This man, he's not just a goon. Like, this guy has done work. Just from the way that he responded to you kind of, like, getting in his bubble by, like, not reacting, he at least knows how to handle himself. He can talk the talk at the very least.
Now, children, she says, climbing into the front. We have plenty of time to stab each other later.
He seems more the shooting type. I'm more the stabbing type.
Kind of nods. Yeah, fair assessment.
And, oh, by the way, she says, turning around. If you do good, there might be more money where this comes from.
Says, always willing to flip it, or always willing to flip an ad.
If you're that desperate, maybe come to my next night market.
Kind of goes, feel like I'm part of the whole family now. Not the Scarlatti family. I don't think I could ever get in there, but
Oh,
you know.
dear.
Speaking of that night market, where the hell did you find that Ripper Doc? The Dr. Nick wannabe. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody. This is how I lost medical license.
Yeah.
Turning around, she goes, oh, trust me, you don't want to know. And by the way, she kind of takes Scene's rearview mirror, adjusts it to look back at... crap, I've already forgotten his name.
Richter.
Adjusts it to look back at him and goes, I'm not a Scarlatti. And she turns it back.
Yeah, Dove, how do you respond to that?
He doesn't even respond to it because it's like...
That's everyone's bit here. It's like, you look like New Human. Not fucking New Human. Oh, you're a Scarlatti. I'm not a Scarlatti. Hey, you're a river rat. Sort of.
Like, she's gone through so many different personalities and voices and things. He's like, I don't fucking know anymore. I don't know. She knows.
Yeah, that's fair.
Plus,
that's a fair assessment.
What's his name said she was a made woman, so
yeah,
that's good enough reason to be like, I don't care if you're like got Scarlatti on your birth certificate or not. You're Scarlatti enough to where I don't want to touch you.
Yeah.
Probably leans out. Your 5 is done, Scene. Now get in. Let's light this candle.
Scene kind of like looks up and is finished doing the thing. And yeah, where are you going to draw me the path that you guys are going to drive?
Where did we go?
So you guys are upper left corner of Waterfront.
I can at least make.
So we're
You
like,
guys had the combat right here.
so what we could do.
This is my thinking, but if you guys have a better idea, let me know.
I'm thinking. I don't see anything wrong with that because I'm thinking. Oh no, this isn't gonna go well. No, I want to delete it.
The red line.
Yeah. Hold on. There.
Got it.
How did you with your pointer make it go like that?
Me?
Wait, what?
Oh.
Yep.
So I'm thinking like we could either do that or we could go. It's a bit longer, but this is just like a nice straight shot. Because my thought is if we go this way, is this another blockade right here?
So everywhere between the white lines is the blockade.
I don't want us to be seen. Is the thing.
Ah.
Do you
Because
want
then
us
they'll
to take
know.
the
Hey,
long...
that didn't work.
Do you want us to go even further through waterfront all the way to Canal Belt? Yeah, like that. That could be interesting.
I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. Is it worth going that extra way through waterfront in order to not be seen by where we know that they are, or risk going through places where we don't know that they are? Which makes it sound like a really dumb plan when I say it out loud.
I was going to say we could almost even go further down to here to go this way.
True.
What do you think,
I don't know.
Spate?
So we got that plan, or we got...
By the way...
I go with the thing where they can't see us. I like that. It's not going by the other end of the blockade, so either
Yeah,
there
that could suck.
or all the way to the end.
Yeah, because that way it's fewest turns.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
So I will tell you, this is a very busy and important intersection.
Okay.
Right here. This is not. But like this goes between 3 different districts. So this gets a lot of heavy use. Another thing is this is a lock. So there's not a guarantee that that lock is going to be up when you get there.
I mean, kind of turns to Hank and says, "Hey, that lock in Waterfront, is that a thing you could do? You know."
Ooh, okay. That'll take some doing, but I can do it if you want me to.
Well,
Don't expect traffic service on the way, though.
Okay. I've got a question for you then. If we could, you get us through that... if you can open that lock for us, we'll deal with what we deal with. And after that, you traffic service the busy intersection in Canal Belt that meets Jordan and Waterfront, while we sneak through the Canal Belt North. Create a big traffic jam.
Yeah, I could do that, for sure. And he kind of like, he doesn't sound super sure, but he's saying he can do it.
He kind of raises an eyebrow. There a problem?
Yeah, no, okay, I can do that. I can do
Human
that.
empathy.
It's gonna be one of the larger public works that I've ever done out of the back of a non-net running van, but I can do it.
Human empathy. How nervous is he on a scale of 1 to holy shit?
Good, roll me that human empathy. Man, you are not sure if it is just Hank being Hank, or if Hank is legit nervous. Because you don't really know Hacker Hank all that well.
No.
So, like, you know, at least on the surface, he don't sound too comfortable with it.
All right, fine. If you can at least get us through the lock and then provide traffic service.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
I'll have to get a better hacker next time, but this is the best we've got for now, she says.
Hey. You haven't seen me do it, Dove. Yeah, Hank knows he is capable of it, but there is something about it that he, like, isn't necessarily probably mentioning. Like, he's confident he can get this lockdown, but it seems like there's some sort of other reason that he might be anxious.
Yeah, kind of when they're done talking, lean in and be like, "Any for your thoughts?" Or is that just your normal biz?
So we're paid up with White Wolf for this one, right?
Nodding.
Okay, just saying, because fucking with a lock, that's different than traffic lights. And this van, I don't know if you've seen it, and he kind of like knocks on the side gently. Not a lot of ports on here. Pretty much everything's gonna have to get routed through my head, which means I'm gonna have to fight industrial black ice, which I can do, no problem. Just make sure that meat space stays chill. Cause
Look,
if it ain't something hitting the van throwing me off my game and potentially spiking me, it's gonna be White Wolf trying to tail on us.
we can always go around. He doesn't have to be this way. See? There's a way around.
It's like, yeah, we can do that too. It's your call.
No. This is a conversation between you and Dove. I don't think I can hear this.
Oh yeah.
He was just making sure this wasn't like, "Oh no, man, I know that King Goomba will eat us."
Yeah, no. Basically, all he's saying is, yeah, two big things. One, don't let me get fucked with because that black ice will spike me and that could kill me. And two, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to die with you motherfuckers. And two, White Wolf is not going to be cool with a lock moving because, like, that's a serious fucking, like, that, like, this town is built on, like, the locks being under complete control. You know what I mean?
Guess what? I'm not gonna say no just because he has a valid point. This isn't a white collar crime operation. He should say something.
Yeah, and he says that he's told Dove that, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: the lock might be down for all we know.
Yeah.
Rule number 1. The worse the weather is outside, the more important it is that we're out in it.
Oh yeah, and it is raining very heavily. Like, it's been raining this whole time.
Well, I'm using that as a reference for the more shit there is that can go wrong, the more important it is that all of it goes right.
Yeah.
So, if you guys don't say anything about potentially going around because lock is a bad thing to fuck with, you know, if it will piss White Wolf off, Marcin won't do it. But if you guys stay quiet, this is what happens.
Yeah, he stands up and, knocks on the gap to the front.
What?
Lock's gonna piss White Wolf off something fierce. Might want to go somewhere else.
God damn it. Hank
Yeah.
turns around. Don't ever tell me don't ever not tell me something I need to know.
You got it, boss. And he like has this look on his face of like, oops, like that was apparently the wrong thing to do.
Because I would rather get out of here alive than us be us with our up to our ears with fucking White Wolf, and you say, "Oh yeah, I forgot that would piss them off."
Yeah, He goes, to be fair, I didn't forget. You just seemed really strong in your motivation, so I just figured I would tell you that, yeah, we could do it.
Hank, I'm not an omnipotent being, she says, tapping on scene to get, the truck at least rolling.
Yeah.
I'm not
And-
going to know everything. I need other eyes to fill in the information gaps.
Yeah. And Hank is like, okay, well, okay. Sorry, my bad. Okay.
Calm down. You're fine. I don't get into the habit of killing people I work with. Take
Well,
the
that's
detour.
good.
Take the detour scene. We're gonna go the long way through waterfront.
I did the wrong thing.
But that just
Hold on.
means I actually need a diversion at the big traffic light.
I can do that. And he immediately starts tip-tapping her way. Now, do you want Scene to turn at this intersection or at this intersection?
Turn this intersection.
The one that we're at right now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so he pull a right, go up, and then turn this way. And just to describe waterfront, poor. The closer you get to the middle, the worse it gets, right? Like the edges has some industry on it. The inside, there is nothing. You see these train tracks and you see just 3 high-speed trains just blasting through here, right? And they're loud, right? All these fucking areas are made of tarps and like partially maintained like pole structures. Some people are living under scaffolding, some people are living under bridges. And the other thing that you notice is that this place is beyond fire marshal capacity. Like this place is fucking packed. Every street you go down, you are facing a sea of people that you have to navigate through. You can't bust ass through here. This place is like fucking slow going.
Everybody keep your head on a swivel. Last thing we need is people to bug us now.
Yeah. And kind of right as you say that, you see like a really shabbily dressed dude kind of walk up to the side and kind of bang on the window.
I point a gun at the window.
Oh, he like fuck and like moves, and you see he's got like a cup in his hand, like he was obviously like a beggar.
We're not stopping for panhandlers.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys keep on rolling down here. And you roll clean through this intersection, right? Sorry, I needed to put you on the right road there. Yeah, so you guys are driving along. You get past the lock here. And you see that the lock is down at the moment. He's like, Scene, so which one are you wanting to turn right here or turn right here?
Oh, no. So the thought is that...
We caused the big distraction here.
Yes, and the thinking for that is whatever these people over here are doing...
Yeah.
When they get wind that we've taken the back way through Canal Belt North, they're gonna have to go this way to make up for lost time and run into problems.
Sure, I got you. Yeah. And Scene's like, and that is a jam traffic light.
And yeah, we continue going and then straight down.
Yeah. Yeah, and you get over here, and you get here, you turn down the road, and you're still combing through a bunch of people, and you see now at that intersection. Well, no, you can't see that intersection, but you like get a good view of the lock from like right over here, right? And you notice that there are people who are stuck behind the lock as it is raising.
Well.
So yeah, fucking like there's like a bunch of fucking cars that look like not mil spec but ghetto mil spec, you know?
Right. Well.
And yeah, you keep on going. You get to this bridge.
Okay.
You see that there is one car there. pretty standard for a bridge toll.
River rats, huh?
Dove probably in the back and like nudges Richter, nods out the front and is like, "Buddies of yours?"
Looks and goes, standard toll gate. Looks like they have it up today.
Yeah.
Is this going to be a
convenient.
problem for us?
With the
Kinda.
with the big fuck off Scarlatti symbol on the side of the fucking van.
He takes a big deep breath. Let me take care of it.
He's gonna have to fucking talk his heart out.
Yeah.
What's a river rat doing in a Scarlatti van? Anyway.
They
Yeah.
stole it.
And he actually taps you on the shoulder, Marcin, and goes, "Could I take passenger front?"
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys get to
she
this
puts
bridge.
the gun to the back side of the seat.
Of course. And like you guys, he kind of gets up there, right? And Scene pulls up like passenger side to the person. Person comes up, they've got their gun drawn and everything. And they're like, "Hold up, need to talk." And he's like, "Hey, na Leskovia, Porshkoskal," like sort of thing, like starts talking in like Russian. Like you hear this conversation of like, "Huh? What's going on? Oh, blah 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 no blah 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 blah." Right, and they start like talking. The guy starts to chuckle and fucking Richter kind of like nudges him and goes, and sort of points at the guy's front chest pocket. Guy pulls out a cigarette for himself and pulls out a cigarette for Richter and lights Richter's cigarette and lights his own. And kind of like at this point, anyone want to make me a perception check?
Yeah.
Before we do that, I have something I'd like to do.
What? Yes, James?
You missed it.
Wait, what'd you do?
Look how I took a bite out of that Kit Kat.
Oh, fuck you. I hate you. Yeah. Whoever wants to, make me some perceptions.
All right, I can perceive.
Okay,
Wow.
nice. Okay. Dove, do you want to make one?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky, you're right behind the guy, so you notice any shifting. Dove, you've seen this maneuver before, and immediately you're like, "Oh, that's what he's doing, eh?" So he takes the cigarette, and as he's getting it lit, he moves his right arm to his side and like grabs the gun out of the holster, right? And kind of like sets it on the side of the door. When he leans out to get it lit, he raises up his arm so his elbow is over the window. Guy lights it. Other guy has to... Huh?
Well, hold on. I think I shoot him.
You shoot him?
Well, hold on.
Do you want to
Actually-
know what he does?
Yeah, oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. So, guy has to turn because it's raining and windy. He turns to light his cigarette, and as he turns around, Richter just whips out his hand and blasts the dude's head off. And then, like, casually takes the pistol and puts it back in the thing and says, "We cleared the checkpoint."
Damn it, Richter. You're making it really hard to not like you.
Yeah, and Richter's like, "What? I told him that we hit the van. He just said he needed to call back to see what they wanted us to do with it. I wasn't gonna let that shit happen."
Class act. I like that. I'm gonna keep that one in mind for later.
Yeah, and and one thing that you guys did notice about this, like Spate, you were slow on the uptick. You noticed once he stuck the gun out, this man moved with the patience and smoothness of someone who has done this 100 times and has it going right through their head. Whether he has done it 100 times or not has yet to be seen. But just the professionalism of him doing this dude knew what he was doing. And he, like, the second he saw the checkpoint, he knew exactly what he was going to do, what he was going to say, and how he was going to say it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you guys cross the bridge, and you keep on going, and you keep on going, and you keep on going, and you keep on going. And Canal Belt North is, again, radically different. Canal Belt North has some historical buildings, um, but most of what Canal Belt North has is canals.
Really?
So there are these big canals, but the thing about the Canal Belt, including the 9 streets, is these areas are part of the oldest part of Amsterdam. Like Centrum, Red Light, Jewish Quarter, Central Station, and then the Canal Belt are the old parts of Amsterdam. Like, by far. There are hundreds of tiny little canalways, eddies, shit like that. And by eddies, I don't mean the money. I mean the geographical feature. All through this area. The area is pretty poor. Um, so the historical buildings that are here, some of them you're amazed are still standing. You see a big mishmash of the old school Dutch tall houses, the really thin, like fucking 3-story houses that are like partially old architecture, partially stonework from like the late 21st or the late 20th century, and then like plasteel and fucking like steel amendments to the buildings, right? Um, you see all sorts of fucking antennas sticking out of the top of all these things because these are only 3-story tall buildings. The modified ones only get to 6 or 7 stories, so you can see most of the skyline from the ground floor, as opposed to the mega buildings of Jordan. Um, but yeah, you guys are going through here. It's fairly simple drive. Till you hit the intersection here. You drive up to the intersection, and the light's red. And the intersection is empty.
Hank, I thought we were running.
Yeah, I am. This should be. Oh, what is going? And then he like grabs his head, and is like, "Oh my god, what's going?" And then he like stops, and he freezes, and then immediately starts typing.
Hank.
Hand to the sword.
Yeah, and he's like, black ice, black ice, black ice, black ice, like sort of thing. Like he says it like 3 or 4 times. Like he's just letting you know what's going on. Like he's fucking typing right now.
All right, get us out of here, Scene.
Yeah, I'd gun it hard.
Yeah, scene starts to try and rev. The van's dead. And you guys get this really uneasy feeling. Because
Really?
you start hearing...
Just now, huh?
Yeah, you start hearing... Dunk. 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 Getting louder. And louder.
Which specific direction is it coming from?
This away.
Hit it again? Sorry.
This away.
You kind of look to Richter, kind of nod towards the back of the door with a gesture. It's kind of like, do we bounce out and try and cover the van kind of thing?
And almost before you can even think about what to do there, your van is rocked with an explosion. You go ass over tea kettle. The van lands on its side. Hank slams his head on the fucking ground. He closes his eyes. There is not a data stream going over them. You don't know what's going on with Hank. Devlin hits his head as well. He's unconscious. Scene hits their head. They're unconscious. You guys smell the acrid smell of gun smoke. You feel your fucking... some of you are partially, like, crushed under rounds of ammunition and weaponry. Like, you guys have no idea what's going on.
Clamber out of the truck, scrambling for the grenade launcher.
Yeah. Okay. As you grab the grenade launcher, you hear you like actually, yeah, so you grab the grenade launcher and you scramble out of the truck. What do you do, Spate?
Oh, I don't know. Why are we chilling? Like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're currently like catching your breath or something like, holy shit, I was just a part of an explosion. And by the way, your guys' ears are ringing. Your bodies hurt. Like, you, like, fucking, your teeth hurt. Your bones hurt. You weren't injured, but you were injured. You know what I mean? It hurts to breathe for a couple seconds. Um, and if you had to go pee beforehand, most likely you don't now. Um, but yeah. Dove, what do you do?
Probably after a moment, kind of blink, and thankfully I have these new implants so that I can see perfectly fine regardless of the environment I'm in, and
Nice.
find the back door and just smash the big knucks right into the meat between the two doors to try and push it open.
Yeah, and like maybe like lucky you were trying on the door but couldn't get it out. Like you were one-handed, other hand on the grenade launcher, and Dove just comes up limping up and just slams through it and pops it open. Deltrick, for his part, fucking starts crawling out, like coughing with his assault rifle. Um, Richter, for his part, just climbs out of the top, or out of the now vertical window, for the passenger side. That is shattered, by the way. He climbs out and immediately flops behind the van, like on this side of the van. Um, and just like you guys are all outside of the van now. And you see what caused this. You see a rocket pod descend back into the shoulder of a massive, borged out dude who has one of his arms is not an arm, but is some sort of chain gun. The other arm has a giant metal fist on it. He's partially suspended in basically what is an exosuit, and his face is one giant red eye.
I'm fucking invincible, Jack!
He looks at you guys and goes, oh, wow. Only one of the original gang. And also, or he's like, oh, only two of the original gang. Well,
Where is Devlin, by the way?
Devlin is unconscious right now in the back of the van because of that hit. Are you talking about Deltrick? Or Devlin?
Devlin.
Yeah, no, Devlin got hit by an ammo tin in the head.
Okay.
Can I roll? Well, let me see if do you think it would be possible? Pop open the door, and you probably wouldn't see who did that, just that the door swung open.
Yeah.
And try and scoot around. Like I'm trying to stealth so he doesn't.
The door.
Ah.
Yeah,
damn.
yeah. Otherwise, yes, but.
Damn, that was my plan.
Damn. Yeah, he looks at you and goes, we're not a bunch of pushovers. Old man could have fucked himself up. Doesn't mean that the fucking Scarlattis get to sit around with it. And what is the fucking odds that we run into you again? And like he holds out the fist towards Dove and Deltrick.
And Dove just like does that casual samurai hand on the grip of the sword and is like, now, pardon my mind, I run out of room for jackasses in here every now and then. You are Choom.
And he kind of stands there and goes, yeah, we didn't really get a chance to trade names. I'm Thumper. You kind of blew me up. Kind of blew a few of us up, actually. And to be perfectly honest with you, and you hear the fucking chain gun on his arm wind up, we're pretty fucking pissed. And you hear, and he just like raises it to the sky, and this is not like a low caliber round or a high caliber round. You see buckshot fire 3 rounds out of this thing. Boom, boom, boom! He says, but before I do yous in, Uncle Luca wanted me to give you a message. And fucking, he looks dead as far as you can tell at Deltrick and goes, "You're welcome back anytime. You're welcome into the family and you don't have to keep running." And like Deltrick looks at you or at them and then looks at you guys for a second. And it's real hard to read what he's thinking.
Deltrick, what's going on?
Kind of mutters under his breath. Not joining the family, that's for fucking sure.
What
But
the
this
Guess
is...
this- Then kind of looks and then. Okay, question. Avenues
Yeah.
for escape.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is there a place where I could bolt? Since I'm
Well-
not getting up and fighting that guy in melee.
Well, I am going to tell you something. Hacker Hank jolts up and is like, oh, fuck. Oh, what the fuck? And like his eyes are just like lit up with scans. And Deltrick is like, do I need to buy some time?
You're not throwing yourself out in front of that. That's no time bought.
No, but he asked me a question.
Can you keep
You
him
think
talking?
you can lead him?
I could try.
Don't
And
get yourself killed.
yeah, and Hank is like, yes, time, something's happening. And fucking Deltrick is like, okay, what about my friends? He's like, ha ha ha, friends? Are you fucking kidding me? You'd put friends above family? And Hank is like, Lucky, get the fuck over here.
Yeah, I scramble over.
Lucky, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we've got AVs that are gonna be here in like 30 seconds. A lot of them.
Good AVs? Bad AVs?
I have no idea what kind of AVs. They're unmarked.
All right, then we need 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And,
get.
oh, go ahead.
God, I'm trying to think of how to fucking do this. That's it. That's it. All right. Hold on. I
Can I
just
try
need 30
something real
fucking
quick?
seconds.
Hold on.
I'm pulling out
Um,
my acting skills.
Okay.
Damn.
Hey, more the fucking merrier.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna do this. Acting. Okay, if I can't do this, come on.
You want to commit some luck?
Yes.
No,
two.
you
I
don't
haven't
need
looked
to.
at it.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay, Lucky, what do you do?
I step out around with no grenade launcher.
Yeah.
This is really fucking cliche. And she
Yeah.
gives him a go with it look and goes, just kind of quietly, oh, friends. Sure. Yeah, friends. That's what we are. Okay. That's what I am. You know what? Fuck you, Deltrick. Fuck you. And you would go back to those fuckos when I've done everything.
He
Really?
goes, immediately, this guy starts laughing and goes, "Oh, Luca's not gonna like that."
Wait,
Oh.
can I
And
add on to
kinda-
this?
Huh?
Yeah, please.
Can I add on to this?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, like she comes out and does that, and like fucking Dove looks over, fucking draws the sword. It's like, her? You're with her? You lying piece of shit! I ought to cut you down.
And he goes, "Huh, no shit. Well, you know what? Consider this a favor. I'll take care of your input issue." And both of you guys are going to get attacked. So that's gonna be
I'd like to declare that I have 4 points in damage deflection.
okay. That's cool. So he hits on both of those. No, he doesn't hit on the second one. So Lucky, you're the only one who takes fire.
Okay.
Oh damn! Because I would rather it be me.
Lucky, you get blasted with 17 points of damage. He fires 2 rounds at both of you guys. Roll for initiative, everybody.
Sam the spin.
Let's see.
Yes, Sam Bemef spin.
Simbabidlin. I'm just putting my character on here so that I can click on it.
You guys
For
are gonna have to
initiative.
wait. You guys hear the AVs. They are 2 turns away.
Oh, that's awful. But I get a +3 to it, so
So it's a 12.
yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
So,
how far away
Did
is
that
he?
help at all?
The acting?
Yes.
Yes, you actually
make-
pushed it back a little bit. It just so happens that you guys ended up acting out a thing that this is the way he would react to it. You know?
Damn.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just kind of like, okay, what can we do here? That Deltrick is obviously going to be like, oh, yeah, I need to play along.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. Lucky, do you want to give me your initiative?
I guess.
Okay, 13. Okay. $13. And then we're gonna do a thing for fucking Deltrick. Where is
By
it?
the way, that does knock me to less than half health.
Ooh, fun. Let's see.
Or actually just over. My bad. 45, not
Just
40
over. Okay, yeah. So what's your HP total?
health. 45.
Like that's your
Damn,
max?
you have the same HP as
Yep.
me.
Okay, sick. Let's see here. Where is initiative? Oh, there it is. Roll initiative. Okay. Go. And Deltrick has 12. And descending. And then I need to roll initiative for Thumper. Ah, there we go. Roll initiative 13. Pretty consistent initiative here. Close. Thumper has 13. Descending. Okay. Lucky it's your go because players always get first go. And we're going to
Well-
do this theater of the mind.
Well, considering the fact that she probably got thrown into the side of the van,
Yeah.
and I did narratively say that she did come out without the grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Not gonna go back on that.
You could go in there and grab the grenade launcher.
Yeah, but that's the entire turn.
True.
What kind of DV
Oh yeah,
would it...
and his distance, by the way, James, you were asking, his distance is...
Yeah.
He is, we'll say, between 7 and 12 yards.
Damn.
That's a high DC to hit with the sniper rifle, but I think we're going to give it a shot. She's going to move next to where the grenade launcher is. And she's going to shoot Silence.
Okay.
Wow. I would have needed to hit a 25 and I wasn't anywhere close.
Happens to the best of us. You blast out, and you do not hit him. It probably, like, pings off of his armor, right? His, like, big fucking reflective metal plate armor shit. Okay. Next is Thumper. And Thumper is going to fire his chain shotgun 3 times. He's going to fire once at Deltrick, once at Dove, once at Lucky.
Okay.
So let me see here.
You're not going to shoot one person 3 times? How nice of you.
Not yet. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Does
it's
he-
not a shoddy quality weapon. This is actually a good quality weapon.
He's
The-
still below
the-
the DV for 7 to 12.
Yes.
Which
so
is fortunate.
Yeah, he blasts 3 rounds of fucking... Hey! Perfect! Yeah. Let me catch you up, Scene, in a second. But first,
We're
roll me
Fuck.
initiative.
Oh,
We're
fuck.
fucked.
Wow.
Yeah,
How
roll
did
me
you guys
initiative.
get into another combat already? I go away for like
We didn't have
1
a
hour.
choice.
We didn't
1
have a
hour.
choice.
2 hours. Thank you very much.
We didn't have a choice.
The
No,
DM
they
was
didn't
like,
really have a
today
choice.
you die.
Clearly, we're already pretty beat up.
Yeah, so did you roll your initiative for me yet?
I just loaded in.
Daniel, roll your fucking... Oh, shit. Okay.
You got
Scene
really
goes
healed
first.
though.
Let's see.
You got healed up though.
Yeah, you got an
He
extra
was
5
outside.
HP back.
Yeah, you
I
got
wasn't
5
hurt.
HP back.
I never got hurt.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I stayed in the car like I told everyone else.
Well, you can't. The
I have a
car's on its
sword. What am I
side
gonna
right
do?
now.
Yeah, so you, 3 shells rock into the back of the van as you guys are taking cover. Dove, it's your go.
Well, first things first. How well connected is that missile pod on his back?
It is descended into his body. And
Ah,
also,
damn.
just to let you know, he fired his 1 missile. His 1 rocket.
I was gonna say, does he have? Is there anything visible on him? Like, if I went up to it and just started swinging, that I could like do some sort of damage to it?
You see the belt that is feeding into the minigun. Now that you're looking closer with your, like, special eyes, you notice that there is essentially, like, a belt-fed shotgun firing mechanism.
Hmm.
Yeah, by the way, Daniel, just to let you know, you guys are fighting someone with a shotgun minigun.
Could I be on a battle screen?
Hey,
We're not on a battle screen. We're
Okay,
doing a
I
theater
just
of
wanted to-
mind.
You're,
Cool
you-
beans.
sounds like one of Horizon team. Their shotgun minigun.
God.
Except you blew that mech up, so now they have a shotgun minigun laser.
LOL.
He's going to draw the Castigate the Godhead God Pistol,
Yeah.
and he's going to draw out his Scorpion,
Okay.
and he's going to fucking like try and he's running towards him, but also kind of like at a catty corner way to try and get around to that side of his body,
Yeah.
and is just going to, one shot off with the pistol, one burst off with the Scorpion.
Okay, and are you doing an aimed shot?
No, just shooting at
You're
him.
just firing at him. Okay, sounds
Yeah.
good.
So let's go with the
And roll.
God Pistol first.
Oh, you're not going to aim at the belt feed?
Nah, I just want to get his attention, or
Okay.
at least do some damage.
Okay, so yeah, that hits.
Then I click on it.
16. Okay. Yeah, you get one shot. Yeah, you get one shot that pings right through his armor.
And then with the scorpion.
Oh
Is there a
shit!
reason the
We
names
have
of these
armor,
guns have
don't
suddenly
we?
changed?
That also hits.
We have armor, guys. I didn't realize that.
True.
Where
So I
did we get
didn't
these
take
guns?
17 damage. I
It's
took
just an SMG,
6.
and I got the God pistol because it was one of the God
Oh,
pistols
you
that the
just
bad
named it
guys drop.
something weird.
Yeah, I
Okay.
named it Castigate the Enemies of the Godhead because it does as much damage as when a manticore explodes itself.
So let's see here. So you do not ping through his armor on that one.
Yeah, that.
But yeah, you get a
SMGs
little
do
bit of a
not
ping
do
through his armor.
damage.
Yeah, you actually whip a shot right through his fucking chest plate. And he like looks at it, and then he looks at you pretty pissed off. Next thing's next. It's Deltric's turn.
Just for like RP purposes, when he looks over at me, Dove just kind of goes
Yeah,
and
of
gives him a
course.
kissy face. Just
Yeah, classic. Deltric is going to fire his assault rifle that he's terrible at firing. And
At
he's
this
gonna fire
point, can
it
you
twice.
just give it to me?
Oh shit, that's a shoulder arms check. My bad. Hold on.
Oh my god, Deltric, why are you so
Well,
bad
the
at
first
this?
one it's still the same roll.
It is still the
So-
same roll, so yeah.
The
We'll
first
say
one was a
15 and
15.
8.
It's what
And the
this is.
15 does hit.
I thought
so,
we were at 7 to 12.
Oh yeah, you're 7 to 12, so he still doesn't hit.
I was gonna say.
What? Unfortunate.
Deltric, you've been really bad at the thing you're supposed to be good at.
No,
Since
Deltric
you're not
fixes
actually
things.
supposed
He's
to be
really
good
good
at
at
it. We just assume you're supposed to be good at it.
Yeah, Spade, your go.
Didn't even matter.
I'll go over to Lucky and check on him physically, and then jab him with one of those 1d10 heal things.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
I actually only took 6 points of damage, so I'm not that bad right now.
But that
Right.
still will help.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, roll that d10.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah, you're
full
full health now, Lucky. Excellent. Next thing's next scene. You wake up to bang, 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 bang. You also wake up looking around. The van is kind of trashed. You took a rocket to the side of the van, and if this thing wasn't armor plated, this thing would have blown up. You are currently. Oh, I forgot to add Richter onto the initiative. Oopsie daisies.
Who is Richter?
Oh yeah, you picked up.
Oh yeah, the guy that we captured and interrogated, turns out he's like a hardcore solo. He's cool. He's my friend. I like him.
Yeah, Richter's cool.
We bonded over being badass.
I haven't made a character sheet for Richter yet, so I'm just going to take the new human brawler character sheet and roll initiative with that.
Now, hear me out. It could be Set.
No.
No, it is
This guy's
not
cooler
Set.
than Set.
It is not Horus or Set.
They're too busy guarding Narco. We should have taken that job.
That is
fuck
actually
no.
factual.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I know what job we're taking next.
Let's see here. So, he got Richter, and then that is an 11. We'll say that Richter took a second to act. He actually held his initiative for right now, so he's going to peer around the corner. He's gonna blast out. Let's see. 1d10 plus 14. 19.
Nice.
19 would hit the DV on that, I believe. Let me see. Yes, it would. I didn't expect to be sending him in combat here. 4d6. Yeah. He's gonna do another one of those rolls. That hits. Okay, so yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He fucking peers around the van and goes, "Stupid son of a bitch," and like boom, boom, like, and like 2 shots right in the very dead center of each other. And yeah, now it's Scene's go. Scene, you are currently, your head kind of hurts, feels a little fuzzy. What are you doing?
Who's shooting at us?
A big fuck off mech man from the Red Eye Gang.
No flesh.
Little
He's-
flesh.
He looks like what's his name? Adam Smasher.
Yeah, he's
Right.
borged the fuck out, and his
Oh.
face is replaced with the big red eye thing.
See, I was picturing him as like an Alice the Madness Returns-ified version of Thumper from Bambi.
No, no.
No? Aw, sad.
See, I'm thinking that he's what's his name? The big guy from Metal Gear. I'm fucking invincible, Jack.
No, none of those. He's actually like kind of like suspended in like what looks like the load lifter suit from fucking Aliens. Yeah. So he's
Pretty sure I don't
suspended
have-
in something that kind of looks like that, but one arm is a giant metal fist and the other arm is a shotgun minigun.
Well, I'm pretty sure I don't have 120 armor piercing arrows, so I think that's a 20.
Yeah.
No, I
It's like,
think
why
you
is-
have the 120.
It's like I'm pretty sure I don't. We never have enough money to buy 120 arrows, but
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. You will eventually, don't worry.
yeah. So I will just load an arrow into the crossbow.
Right?
This he's metaled up. I need armor piercing for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, I
This
just
is-
realized I'm gonna be running into melee with a guy with a power fist.
Shee.
that's 2. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. And AP negates armor, or
No, it
doesn't?
it ablates armor twice.
It ablates armor twice. Yeah, you guys are punching some big fucking holes in this dude's chest plate.
You blew up my fan.
Yeah. And he's like, oh fuck, hey, you're that one fucker from there too. Lucky, it is your go.
I'm gonna stay
Can
hidden behind
I
the van.
drop the sniper rifle, grab the missile, the grenade launcher, and shoot it?
Yes,
I'm not
I will
moving.
allow it.
Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, you guys hear the AVs. They're about to come over this fucking building line.
Good. Because as soon as he says that, she goes, oh. Tell me, how did it feel when you got blown up by an old man? Pulls the trigger.
Oh, I thought this was the guy I blew up.
No, you guys, the only survivors?
Oh yeah,
Well-
I killed my guys.
Yeah, you killed your guys. So yeah, go ahead and roll. That's enough. 24. Nice.
Hey,
And
There's
that's
there's crit.
incendiary, by the way.
That's
That's a
a
crit.
crit.
Oh shit.
Two
What do I do
sixes.
again?
He has to roll on the crit table.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
I do not
so
have
is
it
that
pulled up right
2d6?
I think so.
I've got my thing pulled up. Let me see
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah.
That's spicy.
Oh, it'll be very spicy. Yes.
So
Friday
did
night.
anyone else get a? No. Damn. Almost. I had a
10.
6 and a 5.
Spinal injury.
Let's
Ooh.
see. Not take an action, but you can take a move action. So
Oh,
take a
that's
move action.
great.
Okay. Yeah. So, you guys fucking blast at him, and he fucking gets hit, and just to let you guys know, you still haven't even cracked into his actual HP. You're still breaking his steel plates. But you fucking blast that, you're turning the heat up on him. And I'm actually going to rule that this crit's going to be a little different, right? I'm going to rule that this crit, he's still not going to be able to take an action next turn, but it doesn't make much sense that he would get a spinal injury from this. What I'm going to say is he gets fire on his flesh bits, right? Like on his upper shoulders, on his neck. And you see like fire suppression is starting to work within his suit, but he's not. He's like, ah, fuck. And just to let you know, the flesh that you could see was already pretty heat scarred. Uh,
Aw, trauma.
yeah.
My PTSD, robot.
So yeah, that's going to go to Thumper's turn. He is going to spend his turn. He looks at the sky, says, God damn it. You're fucking lucky. And he's gonna fucking full action move. Oh, that's the van. He's gonna full action move down this bridge.
Excuse me, who is fucking who?
Ha.
Yeah, at this point, actually, fucking Lucky. Yeah, no, Lucky's following this asshole.
Yeah.
But go ahead. You
but
guys,
Dove,
we're
it's
still
your
in
go.
combat.
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say, am I close enough to where I can get into melee with him before he runs off?
We'll say that you can intercept him for like a hit, and then
Yeah.
but the risk is that he'll bowl you over if you miss.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna drop the scorpion
Okay.
and fucking draw this two-handed sword and
Okay.
fucking you've seen you've played Dark Souls. You know how Knight Artorias always
Yeah.
he's berserk holding this two-handed sword
Right.
and is going to rush and try and just swing. He's going to take a swing with
Okay.
it.
That does hit.
For 11
Okay.
damage. Would that
Yeah.
hit his belt feed?
Yes, you chop his belt feed as he's running. And
He's like, hey, before you go, no more toys, big man.
yeah, you chop his belt feed, and like he fucking like looks at you, and you can't see a facial expression other than a mouth, but you can tell if he had distinct two eyes, he would be glaring at you.
And I have that was only one of my rate of fire, and I'm going to
you
use
can
the other
wait,
to shoot.
wait. So you can use your two-handed weapon in one hand?
Yeah, because I have a
Okay.
body of 8.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're still gonna blast at him?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna. So anyway, I start blasting.
Okay.
Ooh, close, but yes.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage. You do not even have blade armor. Yeah.
You do
So,
a
yeah.
negative.
I have a question.
Wait, I did
Yes.
another critical hit?
No, a
Is he
negative
still on
critical.
fire?
Oh.
Yes, he's still on fire right now.
Okay. Just keep in mind he takes 2 damage directly to their HP whenever they end their turn. As long as he's
No,
on
that's
fire.
fine.
Guy is
So-
on fire.
That is fine.
Okay.
Deltrick, it's his turn, and he sees that you're about to fucking chase after this guy. He's gonna go, Lucky, you don't want to do that.
Why did that take
Why the fuck not?
me off the initiative?
I can't tell you right now. And then he like looks up, and you see several AVs whiz by. All of them are unmarked. Does anybody want to make me a check of some sort to identify these, though?
Sure.
Knowledge local
Perhaps-
area or your area or whatever.
Your home.
Local expert your home. That's what it is.
I would say local expert your home could be potentially useful if you get a really good roll.
What
Do you
else
have
would you
something else in
recommend?
mind?
Let me take a look. I would say
What about? Oh, I guess
air vehicle tech.
I was about to say, for me, can I make an air vehicle?
That sounds perfect. So
Oh!
air vehicle tech would be good.
I know
Only a
exactly
what they are.
33.
Okay.
These fucking rolls, man.
These rolls together between Spate and Scene, will say that you guys pretty much know what's going on. So Scene, these AVs are specifically Eiger AVs, right? So they're like straight from the manufacturer of Eiger. They are not stock either. You can tell they've got rocket pods on the sides. They've got miniguns on the sides. These things are fucking kitted out. And they also look like they are like gunboats, essentially. So they fly in, they drop in troops, and provide air support, right? The knowledge, you probably make some comment about like, oh, those are not stock Eiger, right? Spate, you would know. The only people who get direct from Azure weapons on their fucking AVs would be either White Wolf or Op. And this shit being unmarked, probably Op.
We need one of those. That's cool.
Is combat
Yeah.
considered over?
We are gonna consider combat over. He's running off. The fire catches onto his belt and starts blowing up shotgun shells. And he fucking like rips off the shot, like rips out the shotgun shell feed as he fucking ducks this way, essentially, like down this way, and into some buildings.
Yeah, Lucky looks about ready to blow a gasket.
Yeah.
But then she turns. Scene, is this thing done for? Can we get it back on its feet?
Well, DM.
Scene?
Looking at it.
This thing could limp its way to the finish line, provided there's no other issues. You just gotta flip it back onto its wheels.
Yeah.
It's got a
Like-
flat, but you could fucking get it there.
Yay,
It'll make it.
bodies.
It'll be slow,
Bunch it.
but it'll make it.
Richter, yeah, and Richter looks at you and goes, "Oh, the grease monkey speaks."
Sorry, when I get focused on driving, the only thing I'm gonna say is hold on to something.
Nods and goes, "Respectable. You know, I just lost my car. Maybe I could use some help on the project." As he like gets ready to start lifting on the roof of the van.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Dove probably runs back, pistol back, but
he's gonna have to lift. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll fucking berserk holding this sword, but he's gonna use his and he's not even using, he's holding this two-handed sword one-handed with his human arm,
Yeah.
which looks fucking comical because he's like 5'6".
Right.
The sword's bigger than he is. But
Damn.
Always down for extracurricular work.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna use my cyber arm to help lift.
Sure.
I'll try.
Yeah. And everybody make me a, what would that be? Body?
I don't think you can roll body.
Body,
It's just D10
body,
plus your body, I guess. D10 plus body.
Well, there's
we'll do, yeah,
athletics,
Oh wait, there's athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Everybody make an athletics roll.
which is dex based. What the fuck?
Welcome to this game.
It's even under
Yeah.
body skills, and it's dex based.
Yeah, there's not a single actual body skill, oddly enough.
Yeah. Okay, so that is...
Yeah, the only thing I get for high body is more HP, and I can one-hand a two-handed weapon.
The weird thing is, having a high enough body, when you toss someone, when you throw them against something, they take damage equal to your body, as if you are strong enough to throw them harder. So it's really
Yeah.
weird.
And Hacker Hank also gets out of the van,
Good.
but as you will see, his athletics is absolutely terrible because he's a man who sits behind a computer all day.
Nerd.
Yeah. So Hacker Hank, he's probably still shaking his head from being unconscious. Is like, yeah, I think that he like starts to lift and then just stops and walks back and goes, yeah, I think that getting cut off while dealing with that black ice, like sort of thing.
I think the only person who hasn't rolled left is either Richter or Deltrick.
Richter and Deltrick both rolled. So yeah,
Look at all of you weak men.
Richter got the 13 and Deltrick also got a 13. So yeah,
Okay.
we'll say, Dove, you do the real heavy lifting, but everyone other than like Spate puts in a real fair go. Spate,
Oh.
you do good for what you can do. You know what I mean?
Hey, bandaging and all that stuff doesn't require as much body, so
Big facts. Big facts.
whatever.
So yeah, you guys get the van on its four wheels. You realize that Devlin was in there under some ammo. You look inside and Devlin... Yeah, you look inside and you see that Devlin is lying in a pile of 5.56. Yeah, and kind of shakes his head and looks up, then brushes himself off all professionally and sits down. Yeah, And we can hand wave the rest of this drive, right? You guys drive through, huh?
No, sorry, I'm just mad.
Yeah. You guys drive through Canal Belt, and you get into the 9 Streets. You get to the 9 Streets checkpoint, and is there any conversation that goes on before this?
Dove's trying to get things back into some semblance of order,
Yeah.
but he probably looks over to Richter and points to the pistol that like he was using. He's like, "The fuck you guys get these things?"
Our special order from the rat himself.
Shit. Well, I'm keeping this. I don't care what
Or
you
from
say.
the Mac himself. Yeah.
This is mine now.
This is whatever. Asshole who had it is dead anyway. Yeah.
I was gonna say you're not getting any There is no conversation coming from Lucky.
Yeah, and same with Deltrick. Deltrick looks really fucking anxious, though. It does not take a human empathy to see that that man is very, very anxious.
We can see it in his eyes.
Many eyes, like 8 of them.
Spider-Man.
I'm going to help try to pick all this shit back up and put it back in the box.
Scene just has
Yeah.
a massive headache.
Yeah,
I think that's 2 concussions.
yeah,
Oh, no, whiplash and a concussion.
No,
Oh,
the
so
concussions
the
cancel
whiplash-
each other out.
yeah. And the whiplash got cured by Scene. Or
That's
by,
just more
by
the-
Spade.
So many things in a day. It's like,
Oh yeah,
I'm
no, you've
so
had a
done with
fucking
this.
day.
If you ever get
All
into
of
a
you
fight,
guys.
make sure they punch you an even amount of times so you don't
Hmm.
get brain damage.
Exactly.
How many fights have you been in?
6.
Yeah. So
God.
you guys,
Pull up to 9
Roll-
Streets. God.
yeah, you guys pull up to 9 Streets limping. This car, you try and take it above 15 miles an hour, and it like starts to stall out, and you're like, oh nope, shit, pump the brakes, shit, okay, let's get things
Oh,
okay,
and-
the engine's again.
With a flat, it'll like, yeah,
Dum,
it's
dum, 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 dum.
you can
We're
feel
rolling
it.
on
Everyone
we're
can feel
rolling
it.
on the rims.
Yeah. You finally get to 9 Streets. And here's what this looks like. You guys pull up in this absolutely destroyed van with a huge fucking dent in the side from where a rocket directly struck it. All of you are some form of bloody, torn clothing, disheveled, smashed up. The barricade that is only occupied by 2 people at 9 Streets. Right? They're expecting this to be a fucking just another day. See you limp forward. One of them gets down immediately and runs to you guys. Runs up beside you while you're rolling and is like, what the fuck happened to you guys?
Borg.
And he like, Borg?
Yeah, you know, this fucking Shoom had a rocket launcher on his back. He had a shotgun chain gun. By the way, cut that off.
And he just looks at you like, shit, and like radios in, open the gate right now, we need an escort. And yeah, the gates open to 9 Streets, and immediately, in roughly 1 minute, you guys have gone from just your van limping along to 2 APCs and 6 Jeeps escorting you through 9 Streets like you're goddamn royalty.
Have I
People-
mentioned I love 9 Streets?
No, 9 Streets is great. I fucking love running 9 Streets because literally they're just like, oh, shit needs to be done now. Like,
Let's
What
get
do you
it
expect
Bugby,
from
not the humdrum
ex-military? Except if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That is their mantra.
no, straight up, very true. You're bringing guns and weaponry to 9 Streets. Like, no, like, and there are people coming out of their houses and, like, looking at you guys in awe. They're like, that's the most beat up fucking van with a Scarlatti's logo that's also being escorted by, like, half of this block's military. You guys finally get to the warehouse. And who do you see at the warehouse?
Red eye.
except for two familiar faces. You see
Please.
Lieutenant Corporal Amani and Gruciano. You pull
Stiff.
up this van.
Who's gonna hold her back? Go ahead. Sorry.
Good question.
Maybe Dove, since he's physically strong enough to.
Somebody better get
Yeah.
ready. Anyways, continue.
You pull up the van. Gruciano has a big fucking grin on his face. Yeah, Amani walks up to the driver's side, and Amani gives you this tone of voice that all of you have probably been wanting to hear but didn't even know you wanted to hear it. She gives you this tone of voice of like, hey, y'all look pretty shooken up. Is it okay if we open the back door? Actually, no, the back door's been hanging open the whole time.
Yeah,
Because
I kind of smashed it open.
Yeah, she's like, is it okay if we start unloading things?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, and she kind of waves her finger, and a bunch of people kind of descend on the area and just start unloading shit. Do you guys help? Do you guys get out?
You guys go first. You guys go first.
Dove's gonna help
I
hand
help.
stuff out of the van, like big heavy boxes. But he's keeping like his eyes trained on Lucky with this look that's like, I'd like to declare a preparation as a protocol for my turn that if she moves, I'm gonna jump after her.
I'll
I
just
will
poke her
allow
with a
it.
sleep arrow.
Yeah, I will allow the readying of that action. Richter is helping throw stuff out. Spade's helping throw stuff out. Let's see. Hacker Hank is just kind of fucking doing his thing. Deltrick kind of helps throw stuff out, but he seems not there right now.
I would like to make a
Yeah.
preparation. The moment he
Yes?
looks like he's going to try and sneak off, I'm going to stop him.
Who?
Deltrick?
Deltrick.
Okay, yeah. No,
Because he and I need to have a talk.
yeah.
But
You guys start throwing shit out the back of the van. Kind of in the middle of this, Bruce walks up to the
Oh.
back of the van.
oh,
Marcy, how you doing?
No.
Holy shit!
No. She, seeing him, she waits a second. There's a
Punches him.
we found shotguns, didn't we?
Oh fuck!
Yes, you got two shotguns.
Grabs a fucking shotgun from the back, kicks
whoa,
open
whoa.
the passenger side door, steps out with a fucking pump of the fucking shotgun and goes,
At this
"You
point,
motherfucker-
Dove, would you like
you
to take your action?
motherfucker!"
Yeah, Dove comes fucking sprinting around the corner of this fucking this truck. He takes the corner so hard, his ruined fucking Converses just fucking slip out from under him. He fucking tanks it, gets back up, and
Yeah.
gets up and fucking gets Lucky, not like in a chokehold, but very much in a way, and to where she can hear that he's locked the joints of his cyber arm in
Oh
place.
yeah, and the shotgun is pointing directly upwards. And
Yeah, no.
Bruce just has a giant fuck off grin on his face. He's like, Marcy, you
You
don't have to
fucking knew that this was gonna fucking happen. They
Absolutely
fucking knew
not.
exactly where we were gonna be. Matter of fact, we decided to run into fucking Thumper.
Who the fuck's Thumper, first and foremost?
Big Borg.
Okay, neat. Second
Yeah,
of all, I
did
didn't know
that.
that's what they were gonna do.
You knew something was gonna fucking happen, and you decided you didn't want my happy ass around. That's why you sent me with just as much as
No.
you decided I could muster, and sent us off to our fucking death. Is that about right? Did I get that right?
Listen, Marcy, if I wanted you dead, you'd fucking know it.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I'll consider that a promise next time.
Listen,
Next time you need something
hey.
done, you don't come to me. The fucking Dawn
Oh.
does.
Cool your jets. Cool your jets and let me talk for 5 goddamn seconds.
Keep your
So,
fucking arm off of me.
I can't. Protocol says it's locked for another 2 minutes.
You mother... I can still point this at you.
Yeah.
No, I got my arm around it. You can't move.
Yeah, I'm going to say,
Oh, I know.
He's
I can't.
like,
not
no.
that I'm not going to try, but he can talk.
right. Yeah, he's like, okay, I did not know that there was going to be a direct ambush. I figured there would be something, but I didn't realize that there would be that much something, right? But you guys did phenomenal. I was about to deliver you the good news that aside from just getting to see the dawn, all of yous, you'd also get a much bigger vig than was initially, or you would get a total much bigger vig than what was initially discussed. Because you guys made us some big goddamn heroes. Not only did you fight off an ambush, then you fought God knows what, because that entire fucking intersection was just goddamn empty. You look like you took fucking heavy fire. You know how good that looks for the Scarlatis? Nice fucking job. Honestly.
You're a son of a bitch.
Tell me something my mother doesn't tell me.
Not even going to stoop that low.
Your cologne smells cheap.
She tells me that too. Watch yourself, Robo Boy. I liked you.
He's probably like having to stand up on his tiptoes to keep his arm around Lucky, who's
Right.
probably taller than him.
Yeah.
Actually, did I mention how? Yeah, it's probably around here somewhere. I'll figure that out in a sec.
Yeah. He's the same. Dove is the same size as me. Like height wise.
Marcine's not that big either, I don't think. But
Yeah.
I thought she was a big girl for some reason, like height-wise.
I mean, it was why just by sheer personality, maybe.
Kinda.
Right.
She seems a
Sheer
little larger
force
than
of
life.
personality and will.
There's not a physical stat block.
She did tower over Eddie Eddie's, remember?
That is plus that was with the fucking platform shoes. I forgot.
Oh yeah,
but
true.
still, she's probably pretty tall.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's like, listen. Initially, the VIG was gonna look like probably somewhere around, what did I say?
7,000.
Yeah, well, I got some better news for you. You guys are getting a 4K bonus. Just for fucking doing whatever the fuck you guys did. Listen, this is already hitting the scream sheets. Already. Fucking Varhide Infotainment, they fucking have picked this story up. You guys have made the Scarlatis into goddamn heroes. Fucking the fight raging on the war, or the war raging on the streets.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6 or 7.
6, 7,
It would be
8
6
divided by
if you
8.
cut. Yeah, if you cut Richter in, it's 7.
Okay, if we cut Richter in, it's 7. No? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 NPCs.
3
Yeah.
NPCs.
3 NPCs because Richter, yeah.
If we were
did
cutting
kinda
in Richter.
capture him.
I promised I'd cut him in.
Fine!
Wow.
Ha.
Well, that's
So that means
11,000
everyone would get, if
divided
that's
by
11K
8.
split between 7 people, that's,
I'm
pretty
getting
decent.
less than I was promised. I was
You-
promised 1,500. I'm getting 1,375.
Guess what?
I'm calling the manager.
Well, if you do say something about it, then you will get 15 because Marcine will take her cut and give it to you.
Fair.
As she promised.
1375.
That's how a good fucking fixer works.
Would Dove make us stink over 125
Yes,
eddies?
yes, he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
he's
it
a
wouldn't
man.
even have to be that big. It would just be a, hey, you said
Hey, I got
1,500.
cheated.
Yeah.
See,
I'm gonna
I
say
know
he wouldn't have until the Borg showed up.
Yeah.
Richter mentioned he had a car that needed some work, and he just got paid, so I'm just gonna charge him some money.
Oh yeah, well, that's not gonna happen for a little bit because
No, that's fine. That's
Richter-
fine.
Yep.
Yeah, his car happened to be So remember that lightning blue car he had? Or that
Yeah.
that was his car. The one that you guys were like, "Oh, that's a pretty nice car. It's not stock, but it's nice."
Yep. I
Um
mean, he'll pay me eventually.
So
I'll get
you
he
his
get
will.
your-
cyberpunk.
He'll
Let's
help. He'll have you help him.
You get your 1,500. Trying to think here. That takes me plus the 90 I had to.
So, yeah, how much
1340.
is that again for everybody?
1375.
1375.
Okay, excellent.
And probably maybe finally the big nucks unlock. She lets go of the shotgun so you can take it.
Yeah.
Looks at Groose.
Mm-hmm.
Turns, and before anything else, she looks at Richter and does the finger gun at him. He gets her deets and goes,
Yeah.
keep an ear out. You might have more work in the future if you're up for it.
He doesn't even make a motion, and his deeds shoot to you and everyone else in the party. And he goes, "Not going to forget that you guys basically saved my fucking life by basically ending it." And
Well, don't
Well,
go and die before I can put the next job together, or somebody
stuff
put the
is-
next job together. Go ahead.
yeah, while this stuff is going on, I want to talk to Deltrick because he's
I
not
was
feeling
about,
too great.
I was
Yeah,
about to say,
Deltrick-
Deltrick, you and I need to have a talk. Go ahead.
yeah, he's in the back of the van. For just to finish up the shit with just to finish up the shit with Groose. He looks at you before you go and he goes, "Hey, Marcine." He like clearly pronounces the N at the end of it. He's
She
like,
probably turns, yeah.
"I'm serious. You did good work. And this weren't no abstract hit job. We appreciate what you did. Whenever you head down to the manor, just for you, stay out of your way. You can go and talk to the boss lady yourself. You don't need me to be a fucking doorman."
Didn't he promise everybody would get a chance, or...
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it. I've still... She looks back at them, looks at you. This doesn't make us friends.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Fuck no. You're the most annoying niece a guy could fucking ask for. Don't get yourself killed, though. I'll have to go to your funeral, and that means I have to wash my black suit." Starts walking towards his sports car.
Niece.
God. Yeah. So, on to, Deltrick. Yeah, Deltrick's just sitting in the back of the van.
Yeah. So first of all, why is everyone mad at him all of a sudden?
Nobody's mad at him.
I thought one of you guys were like, I thought you wanted to go talk to him. 'Cause you
Marcine's
were
just
mad at him.
mad, and she needs to have a talk with him because, well, that entire intersection, he was basically offered a chance to go back to New Human. He's not fucking New
Oh.
Human, so, but
Oh,
Yeah,
And-
remember? Not fucking New Human.
there is one thing, by the way, that Dove, you would have noticed. This is the second time you've heard the name Uncle Lucan.
Yeah, so
Uh,
I'll follow behind, but I'll let them talk first.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
do that. I'm gonna listen too.
Well, that's
Um,
not like while you guys were having all that conversation, I was gonna go check up on him.
sure, that
Not
works.
because of all that, just he
Maybe
got shot in the chest
Hide
big
over
time.
there.
Yeah, his ribs were broken. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna
Um,
go back and just be like, "Hey, how you doing back here? You got a pretty big hit in the chest, man. Are you feeling okay?"
I'll be fine.
All right. You just haven't been acting well since then. So I just wanted to make sure. Can't have one of our own going down, especially in the middle of combat.
Kind of looks at you and goes,
And she like
Mm.
I mean like in a way that's not a going down as in I don't want you dying, but a um losing your shit because you know
"Yeah,
or you
make
almost
make
died.
me a human perception."
That's what I do. Oh, it's such a
Yeah.
low roll, but that's fine.
he is, I mean, you've known Deltrick for a little bit. He is very much a quiet person, you know? But he does kind of, his body language kind of shifts a little bit when you say can't have one of ours going down. Kind of surprises him almost. Doesn't outwardly show it, but you can tell just by the way he kind of shifts his weight, looks at you just a little differently for that split second.
Oh. Just glad you're all right, buddy.
Yeah. Eh, you okay?
Concussion is not something new.
Hmm.
When you
Because,
drive cars like I do, it happens frequently.
yeah, he's like, well, we got a good doctor.
That we do. Looking over at Spate,
Yeah.
because goddamn, without him,
Without him, this party would be dead.
yeah,
Without a
I would've been
doubt.
gone. I've been like, I'm
Yeah.
out. You all just died. I'm out.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I just want to make sure he was okay because you mentioned he was just kind of a little out of it.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
At this point, can we say Marcine comes back?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Marcine, you and Dove kind of walk back at this point.
I do offer him a cigarette.
He doesn't usually smoke, but he takes it.
Yeah.
See,
Just
you were
because it's been a rough
nice. James, highs or lows?
Highs.
Ooh, the kit gloves come off. Oh.
Why you pick me? You know I'm cursed.
Well, you should have picked lows. Then this would have been fine.
It's your fault, James. Look at what you did. You're making me do this.
No, this is something I had kind of planned in the first place. But
Yeah.
Marcine kind of rounds the corner, maybe with Dove close behind, and hands on hips. Just there's a lot of tension in her face and shoulders, and Deltrick, I'm gonna have to ask, what's going on here?
Well, that guy was one of the guys that we blew up at the factory.
I didn't pretend to be your mistress to go ahead and get lies fed to me.
I swear that's literally all I know him from.
Really? Then what does Uncle Lucan have to do with this?
And he sits there and he stares at you. And you know when someone stares at you and they just are not saying anything? This probably goes on based on both of your demeanor for at least 5 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. And she looks and then probably sighs and goes, "Look, this is based on trust. All of this," she says, motioning to everybody still there.
He's
I
like,
trust you. I'm not gonna push, but I expect that if something comes to light that can help us avoid getting our asses kicked or getting run through a meat grinder, we know.
he's like, somebody I used to know.
That's fine. Additionally, something we can do to help.
Kinda
If you
at
hold
that.
out, what's that?
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because you hold out on me and you get your ass killed because of something we could have helped fix, I'm not forgiving you. And I'm coming straight down to the fucking boiler room of hell where you're gonna be and drag your ass back here. You hear me?
Kinda looks at you and he's quiet for a sec, and then he's like, family shit ain't shit. We do jobs together. And he fucking, like, kind of roughs his jacket, you know?
Family, huh? Family. So, this is job number 2 we've all done together. Or, well, mostly. What are we gonna do
Hank
about
is
that?
Hank is like, I, for one, have enjoyed your company tremendously.
And when you've actually given me your honest opinion, I've enjoyed that too. Also, you letting me kick the crap out of your boss was pretty high up on my list of good things.
He's kind of a loser, if I'm being honest.
He
You
gets
didn't
in
hear
over
that
his
from me.
head. No, she nods. No, trust me, the word on the street is he always gets himself into shit he can't handle.
True.
I'm just pulling that, like, this is what
you're
would
accurate.
hear.
You are 100% accurate. Herr Wolfgangster is known by, like, most actually pretty good runners as, oh yeah, his jobs are never fucking worth the money you're paid. He's entry level for sure.
So, that being the case, looking around, I think this is the first time I've run with the crew I didn't immediately want to shoot. At least not out of anger. Do we make this a thing?
I'm okay with it.
Sure, why not?
Richter, who is smoking a cigarette, goes, oh shit, am I invited to the Cool Kids Club?
Wow! God. She kind of looks at him and kind of, oh, shit. Didn't know you were here.
You guys are my ride. I have literally nothing.
Well,
I have a gun and a pack of cigarettes that I stole off that other guy.
I guess that depends. When you get an offer from the other side, will you at least give us a chance to raise before you turn?
I'm
With
nothing
a half
if
smile.
I'm nothing if not coercible only by extreme violence, and you would know if it was extreme violence.
Well, I've made worse decisions.
Prejudice.
I've made worse decisions. As a matter of fact, recently too. By the way, anybody know what to do with a sludge head to get him off the couch?
Have you tried putting Sludge on the end of fishing pole, then sitting on his back, having him carry you while Sludge continues to be just out of reach?
Scav ain't that kind of guy, I don't think.
That's just staring at
Wait,
Richter.
hold on. You did catch that though, Dove.
Yeah, what?
Do you say anything, or do you just kind of...
He's clearly trying to process it and is staring at her, making these motions like scav, as in greasy-haired teen scav, as in
He's
recently
20-somethings.
I was gonna say in his 20-somethings, but
yeah.
go ahead.
Well, fine, greasy-haired youth, as in guy who just had his output off.
Kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, "What?"
Yeah, that scav that you're dealing with. You know that girl we were hired to find? Well, you weren't, but you got brought in on it.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his output.
I think you got the wrong guy.
No, I think I got the right guy.
He didn't say anything about anything like that.
Yeah, he was probably too drugged out to think about it. Did you find him at, and he like names the name of the mega tower we found him at in Jordan.
No, God no. This guy was fucking held up in a dock, tied up by some fucking small timers.
Yeah.
Shit, guess the old man's words didn't really take hold.
Old. What exactly did the old man say to this dude?
Don't know. Wasn't in the room. That's when I found out that this guy, and he jerks a thumb over towards scene. He's like, that's when I found out that this guy right here doesn't appreciate cloves. Speaking of, fuck, throws out this like pack of cloves that have just been smashed.
Yeah.
Probably at this point, kind of turns and whatever he said, kind of probably looking at the group. It was important. It must have got. I mean, he gave Scav his deets. I got a fucking call from his old agent.
Oh.
That you probably do see a little hand twitch from Marcine, and probably reaches in pocket, pulls out an air hypo. He's gonna take a puff and probably shake head a little bit. And all right, well. Anyways, if this is gonna become a thing, then we're probably gonna need a place to sit. I might be able to find us something. Thoughts?
I'd be willing to put a little bit of money down on real estate. I still have stuff sunk in some canals. To be honest, I've been looking for a good safe house. Deltrick is probably like, Hank and I can probably set up comms.
Shit, Hank, you'd leave here?
Hank's like, leave Herr Wolfgang. That man hasn't given me a job. I don't like to speak ill about people. But
you're
that
going to.
fucking cunt hasn't given me a job in months other than you guys. So, I mean, literally, I've just been working on doing IT. You would not believe the amount of porn that man looks at without scanning before it's seeing if it has any virus. He's tripped so much black ice, I think his head might be fried.
Jesus. All right, she says, probably turning. Anyways, we'll be in touch.
Yeah. And,
She's... she, pointing, stopping and holding a finger up, not looking. Also, if you're going to see the Dawn lady, at least give some advance notice.
So
Or
that is actually something that you guys are set up.
do together.
So that is something you guys are actually set up to do all together.
Okay.
And you guys are set up to do that like today, essentially.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
in
probably
fact,
we can talk about this later. We've got a boss lady to go see.
yeah, and there's like a truck. It is not branded with Scarlatti's shit.
Thank fucking
And
God.
also, this truck is going to go through Canal Belt South. Safe areas. Actually, it's going to go straight to Jordan and then straight to Roton. The short and smart way. And you guys are amazed at how short this drive is. And how few ambush points there are. But yeah, you guys pull back up to the mansion. They let you out. And they're like, one of the guys looks at you guys and goes, Marcine, I'm sure that you, actually he would probably call you, where is Lucky? He would probably call you, Ms. Andretti. You probably know the deal right now. There's some bathrooms where you can freshen up. Whenever she's ready, she'll see you guys one by one. Obviously no pieces, no iron, no nothing.
Yeah,
Big knucks, those are fine. But just keep in mind, if we see even so much of a twitch of your servos, well, I would just say make sure that your software is updated so that don't happen.
All right.
Want to take my hand off to make sure it's... And he, starts severing the connections. If they want, they can just take his hand off.
That's absolutely not necessary. Do not worry. We're not going to dehumanize you like that.
By the way, can it just be assumed that Marcine has a change of clothes around here?
Oh, absolutely. It's
I
the
do.
mansion. You have an
Yep.
entire safe house here if you want.
This is very true.
Yeah. This is literally like the place where Scarlotties go if they are in trouble or need to recoup. This is Mecca.
Not fucking Scarlotti. I mean, what? No. But
um,
yeah, no. She
Yeah.
will go and freshen up and completely change.
mhm.
I can explain that in a minute.
Sure. Yeah. So we're gonna have you go to her first. She's going to actually no, you're gonna go to her last. Um, so who wants to go see her first?
Me, 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 me.
I take time to freshen up, so
All right,
Yeah.
Spate, you want to go first?
no, that was James.
Oh, James, you want to go first?
Well,
That was
Spate
going-
wants to go first.
Oh, I thought that
Whoever
was
wants
James
to go
saying
first.
that. Yeah, Spade then.
Yeah.
It
Sorry.
doesn't matter. Him or me, I'll go. I don't care.
Okay, Spate.
Yeah.
We'll give it to Spate. Because I'm sure Dove would take some extra time to freshen up because just that's the kind of person Dove is. Dove, do not lie and tell me you are not tied to aesthetics, even those aesthetics are messy aesthetics.
Yeah, but I also don't have any points in none of those.
Yeah, but I mean,
No.
like, you know how to make yourself look semi-presentable after a fight.
Presentably trashy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I imagine that Dove would definitely at least run a comb through his hair or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Spade, you get freshened up probably, and you get led through this mansion. And this mansion is old school. You don't know when this mansion was built. Some of the additions look like they're modern, but some of these cobblestones look like they could have been from medieval times, right? And you're brought to a giant mahogany and oak interlatticed door that has a knocker on it. One of the guards in front of it, there are two guards that flank it, openly carrying weapons, openly carrying shotguns. One of them pulls the door open, and you see in here a very big room, a large desk, a woman sitting behind this desk with a tight bun of brown hair, a single strand that goes down across where a bang would be, and a very neat pantsuit with a skinny tie, and a brooch that has the Scarlatti symbol on it. She's got a big fucking ring on one hand, and then a much more modest ring on the other. She's sitting behind this desk, and she's looking at you. She says, "Enter."
Takes one look at you.
Walking
Oh,
in
sit in the
bow.
next one.
I'll go in and do kind of an attempt to bow thing.
Oh yeah. You attempt to bow, and she goes, "You don't need to do that. That's fine." And the more you look at her, the more you realize she seems somewhat at ease, but is also looking at you like a hungry hawk, right? You're not sure what kind of posturing this is, but damn, is she a scary lady. She says, all right. So, first of all, Mr. Spate, I would like to thank you for doing this job. You did a very, very amenable job, and this may lead to prospects in the future if you so wish. I have heard that you have medical talents. We always could use another man in your dawn. Could give you a contract if you like. Just as we please, come and go to the clinic. Too many veterinarians. Not enough actual Ripper docs.
That'd be nice.
Kinda nods and goes, okay. Plus services, how does a baseline of 500 eddies a month sound?
Yeah, that could. Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe more supplies, pay rent. Yeah, that would work.
yeah. And she smiles and goes, excellent. We'll have some men hammer out the details. I usually don't bore myself with the contract side of things. I know what I want and I know what you can deliver, and we'll reach an agreement. Now, as thank you, for completing this job. I'm known to know a few things around town. I'm gonna if you need any piece of information, be it now or later, you have that. You have an information favor from me, Mr. Spade.
There was one thing, and my brain just spaced it out, specific to what it was. There was something I figured out at some point, and I wanted more information. It had to do with my dad.
Was it the doctor that stole the shit from your dad?
Yes, that's
Okay.
what it was. I want to find that doctor.
Okay, so you are interested in learning about Jabbar Alphonse. She goes, Jabbar Alphonse, eh? Well, aside from being a leader in his field of neurology and neuropathy, I know that he happened to get his work off of the back of somebody that I think you know. And kind of she shoots you a knowing glance. I also happen to know, yeah, and she's like, I also happen to know he's on retainer amongst the artists area. Emed is storing him there, and in fact, he's currently doing his research. Research among Zenith Diagnostics. And that might pique your interest because Zenith Diagnostics are kind of known as a little bit of a wild card in the artist group. They do what is known as esoteric research. So they basically do shit like quantum physics. They do any kind of fringe science. They're kind of the head of that R&D. But yeah, she's like, they happen to have him on retainer through Emed, an artist, currently under Zenith Diagnostics. He'll be a tough cookie to get to, especially because he lives on campus. But I will tell you one thing. He's not exactly the most careful man. He does like to go to public talks. Keep an eye on the circuit. Probably won't get a face-to-face with him unless you set something up, but you'll at least get to see him speak.
Okay, yeah, that gives me something for that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Kind of nods and goes, all right. I appreciate doing business with you. If you wouldn't mind sending in the next person.
Will do. Thank you. Let me know when that contract's done. We'll work on that. And
Yeah, and she smiles and says, my people will be in touch.
But on the plus side, post more my birthday.
all right, so I go out and be like, all right, next. Who wants to go next?
Next.
We'll find a way to make this.
Yeah. Next is going to be who wants to go next?
Me.
Okay, James, you're next. So Dove, you are led to this mahogany and oak interlaced door. The door is open. You see this woman of the same description. And actually, you notice, because you happen to be a loose associate of the Vices faction, you notice that she actually has a lot of memorabilia from local clubs. Nothing that would out it as, I got this from a strip club or a dance club. But shit that's like, oh, wow, yeah, that's one of the gargoyles. Like, that's one of the small gargoyles on the crenellations in Fuck. Or like, oh, wow, that happens to be a glass from Lady Shamoya's palace. Or from Zween Shamoya's palace. You know?
Nice.
Yeah.
She's been to Club Fuck. I like this woman.
Oh, she's been everywhere. There is even on her desk, and there is no way that this is a coincidence, Dove. like you instantly spot this as someone who talks to people who talk to people. There is, in fact, a small badge for Ladies' Night at Showgirls. Just one of the ones that you get
Nice.
when you go to Ladies' Night, to show, yes, they checked that I'm a lady.
I love it.
Yeah, Dev walks in, kind of not looking super great,
So
looking a
yeah,
little worse
you went
for
into the
wear.
office and you see all this.
Like he's got 2 fingers bound up in like a cheap
James, you might
made
be muted.
split.
No, I hear
No?
James.
I can hear him.
Oh shit, hold on. Sorry, say something.
Hello?
Oh, it was my headphones. I'm so sorry. Go ahead
Hello?
again with that. My bad.
Yeah, so like he walks in, he's not looking great, but he's looking a little worse for wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got 2 fingers bound up in some cheap made splint.
Yeah.
He's obviously taken like his shirt that was covered in blood, some of
Mhm.
it his, most of it some other guys, and like tried to wash it out in a sink
Yeah,
with like
yeah.
hand soap.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. Like maybe there was a Tide stick around.
Yeah,
You
and
know how
like,
that works. Generally it doesn't.
looks a little bit better, but
Yeah.
just kind of gives a like a lazy wave and then sees the badge and he's like, "Huh, ladies' night. Hope they weren't too rough with you."
She goes, rough? Me? I think not.
And he just walks in and like there's like a seat across from her.
Yeah.
And he makes himself comfortable, just sits down.
Kind of says, you were there when he blew up, weren't you?
Which one?
Oh, you know.
Which
The old man. Yeah,
Nods.
I was there. Threw me his piece.
May I see it?
no.
Wasn't allowed to bring in my irons.
Oh, that's right. And she kind of says, if I were to bring it in, may I see it?
Sure.
Yeah, and she kind of looks at one of the guards. Guard walks out and walks back in very quickly, right? Like this all happens in a matter of 10 seconds. Gun gets put on her desk, looks at it, even opens the magazine.
Oh,
Same
this is a
hand pack
revolver.
rounds and every. Huh?
Oh, this is a revolver.
Oh, yeah, opens the revolver, right? Opens the chamber. Same hand pack rounds he always used. That's the one. Hands it back to the guy. What are the chances that he made it out of there?
See that explosion a couple blocks away. That place was a drug den.
She
I
kind of
mean, no
No coming
solemnly
back
nods.
from that.
Yeah, she kind of solemnly nods. You see her falter for just a second. Just a second. So, I traffic in information. Generally, solos benefit quite a bit from information, street samurais and the like. You've got a favor from me. Right now or any time in the future, if you need any information, call it in and my people will get you that information.
Nods at that and he's like, appreciate it. Not gonna call that in right away. I'll wait until I have something worth talking about.
Understood.
Though,
And
if I may be so bold, I'm not sure if you know about this or not, but I know that New Human are pack mules working for a couple of vices.
well aware.
Just thought I'd see if you did or not.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We salvaged some information from the New Human site that got, well, blown up. They had a terminal in the back inside the building, outlined a contract with 3 completely separate people. And, on top of that, all of them seem to be at odds with each other. Supply drugs, off to Twilight, supply skin to Skintles, and set up some sort of product or some sort of cyber psycho test bed for op.
So that's what this was all about. They're trying to mix all 3 together.
Suppose so. That would make most sense.
You've already know more than I, so I won't take up much more of your time, ma'am.
She smiles and she actually reaches out a hand to shake.
And he'll shake it.
Yeah. She says, I don't know if it was proximity or if Dove saw anything in you, but
Dove.
it's like anything that
The
anybody
Bambino.
or the Bambino, yeah, that's right.
Or
That
probably
Bambino.
just Sam.
Yeah, that's Sam, exactly. That Sam saw in you. But anyone he gives his gun to is someone who I at least have to respect, even if begrudgingly. If you're ever looking for any further contracts, we might have some subcons that you could do to make a little extra scratch.
He nods at that, and well, I'd like to say that my performance tonight showed that I'm a good solo.
Yeah, and says, gone toe to toe with more than I can say I would have at this stage in my career. So, doing something right. If you wouldn't mind sending in the next person, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I was just about to say as he stands up. Don't know if I'm doing it right or if I'm doing it hella wrong, but you know what? Still kicking. He goes in and probably goes up to like scene since we're waiting for Lucky to go last and like gives him like a friendly little like flick on the side of the head and is like
Shit.
a you're up force boy.
Oh, Scene's got full regalia going on now. Hair is done. Wearing formal clothing.
Nice.
You look like
what
a
kind of
fucking
formal clothing?
clown.
Hmm. Black and gold.
Oh yeah, like he like gently knocks you on the head and says,
It's
"You
not
know, it's
like
your turn."
yeah, it's not like a ball, like going to a fancy ball kind of clothing, but
Yeah.
it's I'm about to meet someone important. I'm gonna be dressed up importantly.
Right. I
Just-
gotcha.
Still gives you this look. It's just like you look like a fucking clown.
Oh, I'm about to meet someone very important. I've got to look the part.
Yeah, well, make sure your carriage doesn't turn back into a pumpkin.
Huh.
Oh, my carriage has no issues like that.
No, just rockets getting shot. No, that was not your van. I was gonna say just rockets getting shot into its side.
Yeah.
But still accurate.
Yeah, so you guys you walk in, oak and mahogany door enters and or opens and you see her behind her desk and goes, Scene. I've heard a lot about you in the last year and a half.
I hope so.
You're the transporter, aren't you?
The one and only. Well, the one and only that's brave enough to come into this city.
Hmm. There are a few like you, but honestly, a record like yours, I haven't really seen one quite like it yet. Again, still only been a year and a half, but I wouldn't call you green.
Well, to be fair, I have experience from when I was still outside the city.
Kind of nods and goes, it's not often we get someone who's respected by most every community. So,
Hey,
what are
if I
you
can get
doing
by-
running with these guys?
Yeah, it was a job, and what can I say? It's nice working with pauses for a moment, mostly competent people.
I
Kinda
heard that, Curtis.
But yeah, no, kind of nods and goes, fair dues. So, first things first, I would be more than happy to extend a more formal relationship uh, with your transportation services. We're not often allowed to go in vehicles like the one you just drove, but the fact that you drove it and managed to keep it running through the hellfire that you went through shows me that you are quite competent at what you do.
One of the best.
I have several jobs that need to be done. A lot of scurrying around the North Canal Belt after Well, Waterfront is making moves on the North Canal Belt, so we have things that need to be moved around by people who are not directly seen as us. Would you be interested in contracts potentially down the line?
Oh, for sure. Money is money. Who it comes from, not as important. But coming from someone as important as you makes it oh so much better.
Kind of smiles and goes, "You got away with words, that's for certain." Um, and says, "Well, I am an information broker. We know a lot of things. I'm going to give you a favor. Favor for information. You can cash that in now or whenever you feel important or feel it important.
Would it be possible? Do you happen to do any runnings outside the city?
We know about things outside the city.
Well, I mean, if you need things run through the forest, inner,
Hmm.
outer city, my family does like taking jobs, not just myself. If we could harbor
Hmm.
a deal with the Scarlattes themselves, well, my standing would look amazing, but it would help out my family more so.
She kind of smiles and goes, I like your ambition. I would say that currently, this is something that we would be interested in doing on many certain conditions. If you go to your head and have them come to us, we might be able to hammer out the beginnings of something.
Wonderful. You are most gracious.
Yeah, and she kind of smiles and goes, I try. I'm gonna be honest with you, Scene. Scarlatti's presence has been less than tenuous as of late. I'll take allies where I can get them as long as I know they won't bite me in the end. Make sure that yours don't bite.
My people were true. Betrayal's not really in our nature.
Of course, of course. Kind of says, well, it's been wonderful talking business with you. Again, I appreciate your expert driving skills. If you wouldn't mind sending in the next person.
Of course. And I'll stand up and turn, walk out. And who is I guess yeah, it would be Lucky unless
Uh,
unless the other
so
guys need to
so
go
we'll
in.
say that Devlin goes in and comes out. Um, we'll say that Hacker Hank goes in
It never
and
comes
then
out.
comes out with a big fucking grin on his face. Uh, and Deltrick goes in, and then he comes out looking almost worse for the wear. And he walks up to you, Lucky, and says, "It's your go."
Oh yeah, and yeah, by this point, Lucky will be out. Um, actually,
By
she
the time the
probably would have
first one
done.
comes back out,
She probably would have
I'm
done her level best to be almost indistinguishable. She's in a pinstripe suit at this point.
Nice.
The space buns are gone, replaced by, well, straight, long hair that falls past the shoulders to the middle of the back.
Yeah.
Blue eyes. Actually, no. She probably would have kept the green that she had.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. She looks like she hasn't been in a firefight at all.
Yeah. Excellent.
Or getting shot by a fucking shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You open the door, and she's sitting there. She's got that hawkish look on her face, and as soon as the door closes, her face breaks into a much more warm smile and says, Marcine, I'm so glad that you are both alive and in my office. How are you?
what is this new have you done with my boss?
Well, and actually, how good is she feeling after the e-tilt still? How long has it been? You think?
She's feeling buzzed.
Okay, then it'd probably be Auntie. I mean, other than the fact that, Groose decided to send us right into the line of fire with no preparation and dork backup. I mean, could have gone worse. Sitting down on the seat in front of, sitting down on the seat in front.
Yeah. I love that, by the way, Daniel. Yeah, she kind of, she nods and says, in Groose's defense, and I hate saying that sentence, he didn't know there would be as much heat. In fact, the second you guys went into Waterfront, I was readying a rescue crew. But after you beat that ambush, we figured we would hold on standby.
Just to watch us get the crap kicked out of us by an old ghost.
Well, we don't really know. So you're saying that you were attacked by what? We couldn't get to you. There was a traffic jam.
Oh, don't you dare. Mike, don't you fucking dare, Mike!
To be fair.
Fuck you, Mike! Fuck
Might have
you!
been.
Oh, don't make me come in there!
Bring it!
Guys, I'll be right back. No. Alright. But, yeah, probably looks at her. The temple, the little vein in the temple starts to throb, and so I've been told. That being the case, this person, they called themselves Thumper. I guess they were there at the incident.
We've been gathering information on this situation.
I'm sure you have.
She kind of sighs, and she actually puts her head on her desk for a second. Kind of rubs her face and... Sam got us into some trouble.
Sam did what he thought he had to do.
I understand, and I don't blame him. But those folks that he hit were called the Red Eye Gang. They weren't really of any consequence, but a friend of theirs, one Uncle Lucan, was a bit of consequence. And he took umbrage on the idea that some of his nephews, as he would call them, happened to die in a horrible explosion. And the only fingers that were there to point were the Scarlattis. He left his cufflinks conveniently not all that close into the explosion radius.
Just like the last time, huh?
She kind of looks at you and she shakes her head. She says, Marcine, this is...
You and everyone else have been saying that. You know that's not how it works with Sam.
Marcine.
We both know that's not how it works.
And she kind of reaches her hand out to kind of try and calm you, and is like, Marcine, I knew Sam for 45 years. And every time he went missing, I got contact within 24 hours. Just confirmation.
Why do I care this much about the old bastard?
She kind of holds for a second and says, we all do.
Maybe. He left me his house.
she looks, and you know that look that someone gives a puppy that they just found on the street? You know, that like, oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
But not in a condescending way.
Right.
She kind of gives you that look. And she says, Marcine, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna find him.
And at that, she kind of tilts her head and sits back a little bit. Says, what do you mean you're going to find him?
Maybe there's just a little glimmer of something different in Lucky's eyes, in
Mm-hmm.
Marcine's eyes, as she just kind of shakes her head and goes, we're gonna find him. He's still out there. He has to be.
She kind of says, even if he's out there, we're going to hold a funeral for him. And Marcine, this is big. Because first of all, they've never held a funeral for Sam. Like, every time he's disappeared, even if everyone thought he was dead, they never held a funeral for him. And the second thing is, when the Scarlattis are throwing someone a funeral, this is an event. You know what I mean? Like, this is an undertaking. This is going to be the same kind of thing as the day of my daughter's wedding. This is where hundreds of people from all walks of life are going to show up. This is not just a funeral for him. This is also business. But this is most importantly all in the name of him. They're not going to do anything that's going to be against what his wishes would have been with this funeral. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And at that point, she probably does stand up and no, you can't. You know what? You're the boss lady. No one that can tell you what to do. But don't expect me to be there.
You're the person he would want most of all, Marcine.
And do you have that in writing? Why would he want me out of anybody else? He worked with everybody else, for God's sake, for 45 years.
Yeah, but you're the only one who he trained from the ground up.
Yeah, right. He's trained others. Why am I even fucking here? And when she says that, she would know she's talking about being a consig. Why did you put me here?
Sam recommended you.
I didn't know Sam before he fucking recommended me. Why would he do that?
He knew you.
What the fuck does that even mean? What are you telling me?
You need to talk to your grandparents and tell them that I told them you need to talk to them.
I haven't talked to them in fucking years. I don't want anything to do with them.
And she actually puts her hand on the desk kind of firmly and says, and I said that you need to talk to them, goddammit. And that I said that you need to talk to them. To them. And she's giving you a look.
It's an order. Yeah.
That you probably have not seen on her face ever. Make me a human perception.
Okay. There.
That's enough, because she's kind of wearing her emotion on her sleeve. You can't tell why. And you know if you ask, she's just gonna deny it. But she's like anxious, nervous, and very determined to not be the one to answer this question, but still wants you to know the answer.
What the fuck is going on, Mike? What the fuck is going on, Mike? Don't make me come in there!
I'm waiting, Gunner.
I'm excited.
Fine. But don't expect me to come to your fucking funeral.
She kind of nods and says, whatever choice you make, we'll respect it.
And if you send fucking Groose after me, he can be sure that I will actually finish what I started back in 9 Streets.
Absolutely not. You think that I'm going to send a wrecking ball to do diplomacy?
You sent a minivan full of ammunition.
Yeah, that's what we call soft power. And, she says, besides, if I wanted your head turned backwards, you'd know. 'Cause Groose would tell you.
It's a good thing I'm not a part of this family. Otherwise, I think it'd drive me insane, she says, standing up and turning.
Yeah, she says, you'll always be family to me, Marcine. You don't have to be family to anyone else here, though. And she says, take care of yourself. Seriously. And call me if you need to.
Probably stops at the door, hand on the door handle. One of these days, I'm going to figure out why the hell you care so much. And then leaves.
Yeah. And I think that we can leave it there. You all exit the mansion, and we will do things next session because it's about midnight. So, first things first. Mendelgen! Excellent job on this mission. Y'all thought you might die today, didn't you?
I mean, yes.
No. Spade's here. Nobody dies.
Truth. Okay. So, we are going to give you 70 IP, but that turns into 140 IP.
Jesus.
And
Okay.
here is why you guys got 140 IP. Group's mission was a resounding success. Yes, you picked up a new team member and you got fucking 9 Streets, or you got fucking Scarlatti's as a fucking anti-hero figure in the scream sheets. Accomplishing all of the mission goals set forth. Yes, you got the van to the place, and also several side goals of the session. Things that I already told you that you did, such as pick up a new squad member and get the Scarlatti's as anti-hero. Group also showed strong cooperation and teamwork. Damned if it wasn't for Spate just fucking laying it down and healing everybody. Straight up, you saved this party on like 3 separate occasions.
Yep.
As for Marcine, Lucky, your grenade launcher did so much crowd control, you just allowed Scene to do whatever the fuck he needed to do to fix the van.
That was true.
Yeah, and you pulled focus, Dove, on one of the shotgun guys, and fought 2 pistol guys, and took a hail of gunfire, so none of your other teammates really had to do that.
And didn't die.
And didn't die. Yeah, Scene, you kept the van running. Devlin did an amazing job of getting his sniper into position and taking out strategic targets, specifically that shotgun guy who was on the left side. Y'all did amazing, bonkers, fantastic. So good job. Now let's rock on down to Electric Avenue. Let's get a sign off from the man, the myth, the legend, the Spate, Scott.
Yeah, I'm Scott. And yeah, I heal everybody, make them feel better. Now I got to figure out how to make more of these little potion thingies, or whatever they are. I got to go home, research, and figure out how to make more.
Yes.
That's my plan with him in the future.
Yeah.
Till the next job comes along. What else am I in? Monday, we got Fire Strike, Rosander's Train 2. do research on random things. I don't know. I'm so lost and confused, but I gotta do research. Then we got Hinch to Minch where I play Knight, and Knight's just being Knight. He tried to do diplomacy and he's horrible at it. So, and try to explain events to new person that came back. A weird description, but yeah, he's not very good at explaining things, so it made him even more confused. And yeah,
Right on.
I think that's it. Yeah.
All right, excellent. Next thing's next. Let's get our Sassy McNasty 069ing.
What up? Yeah. No, but I played the scene. I got to drive people over. It was great. Highest score streak. Yeah, score streak. Yeah. It's the only time I actually had a mass killing as a character. It's great. Um, and yeah, I got to drive people around town and then wake up from a concussion, see some guy mowing down my people, and just shoot him once with a crossbow bolt. And it's like, everyone else will take care of the rest, and they did. Uh, yeah. Beyond that, you can catch me here for when we get back to it. Cosmos is a multitude of characters, including Kira Kasoki, the wonderful rat folk witch. Um, Sundays and Yakshas as Sin Hunter, yeah, Hunter aka Sin. And then Mondays is Oliver Byrne. And then Wednesdays as the lovable, the great Crash. And Shadowhound. They're pretty much the same. I can't split the voices up anymore. It sucks. But yeah. Primarily Crash, because Crash is back, and that's me.
Hell yeah. All right. And that will bring us to my boy, my friend, my man who is in the other room there, Gunner.
Hi, guys. What the fuck's going on? Full disclosure. I made Marcine because I wanted to stick with the Scarlattis. And... What the fuck did you do, Mike?
You're a clone of the head of the Marcine or of the Scarlettis. I mean, what?
A clone?
Definitely. That's the one. For sure. Bank on that
Well,
one. 100%.
all right. I guess it's not then. Fine. Unless you're doubling back. We're gonna have a talk after this. I don't know what the fuck he's done, guys, but I'm... Okay, so you can also find me, let's see, this Sunday, playing Indiana, the, basically, well, I was about to say Kevin Spacey building a house of cards, but no, not Kevin Spacey. That's a really bad comparison. But I'm building my house of cards. And it's going to be bigger and badder with blackjack and hookers and with people that I actually like. And maybe someday
Which group would that be? Which group of people do you actually like, Gunner? I'm still having a hard time determining.
Fight me. Frank has no reason to be suspicious. Nobody
Michael does.
Nobody has any reason to be suspicious. Anyways,
there is no Warren Bossing say.
Correct. You can also find me on Mondays playing Twinkle Bailey, the isekai, who at this point is just trying... He's intentionally trying to be the bumbling idiot, and I think he's gone a little too far. And you can also find me on... Well, the next Wednesday, we're going to be doing Hinch to Mensch, where I play Acer and Razor. Two people who are both kind of out of the loop from what the fuck happened last time. Anyways, that's me.
All right, excellent. That leaves us with our sad excuse for a Frenchman who's going to Scotland. James! I'm kidding. I love you, James.
Bad Goyim.
Hi-ho,
Hi-ho, friendolas. My name is
fiddle
James
on a
Etherwood.
tin roof, you fuck.
If I were a rich man.
God.
Hi-ho, friendolas. My name is James, otherwise known as Nightheart. You caught me here today playing Dove, who got to, do some fucking Metal Gear riding bullshit, cutting up this Borg dude and showing that he's not fucking invincible, although he might have nanomachines, son. We'll have to wait and see for the next election in the Big Napple if he tries to be a senator. And you can also find me here on Sundays where I run yakshas, where they just got out of a hell of a combat where they found out, oh, nobody here knows how to do tech shit. Oh no, tech-based opponents are going to fucking roll us over. But they also found out that they are building up a lot of houses of cards, and it's all going to come piling down. It's going to be funny. You can also find me here sometimes on Mondays, probably not for a while, where I guest star in Fire Strike. I forgot what it was called. I almost said Tales from the Cosmos because I miss it really bad. You can also find me here. Shit. Well, whenever Tales from the Cosmos comes back, you can find me there. Whatever time, whatever day, I'll try and make it. And that's it. That's it for me. Not in that much anymore.
All right. That brings it to me. But first, we have a post-credit scene. We see a huge lumbering mass, right? Slam into a warehouse. We see Thumper come in. He's beat to shit. We get a flashback of Thumper trying to fire his shotgun Gatling gun, and it goes short after about 8 rounds. And then looks at the thing and shit. Starts sprinting. Goes, oh fuck. Lucan. Oh fuck. Goes, what? God, you don't look like you did what you were supposed to. What the fuck do you want? It was fucking... It was D. He was there. He had some fucking tough ones. Boosted and shit. Grenade launchers. It was... What? D. Deltrick. He was escorting the fucking van. Okay. Hold on. Rewind. Take that and rewind it back. Deltrick. Little D was with the van. Yeah, some of the other ones from the fucking... And from the fucking... from the explosion. In fact, I think they called op on me. And, like, we get another shot of, like, a couple cops, fucking, like, trying to hit him, and he fucking smashes into him with his iron fist before he runs off some more. Fucking hits some jump jets and fucking leaps over a bridge. And they're like, he's like, okay. Oh, this is fucking rich. Are you sure you didn't just get your ass handed to you by some 2-bit thugs and now you're making some shit up? And he's like, boss, he's got like a love triangle.
Oh, that's fucking great.
He has a what? Yeah, a couple inputs, or an input and output, or output and an input, a couple. And at this, Lucan actually, like, you're not shitting me, are you? He goes, no. I'm leaking some fluids here. I really need some help. Kind of looks over and he goes, Octane? The guy's like, kind of walks out. Yeah. Goes, get the Ripper. Get him patched up. No sedatives. He goes, what? It's like, he didn't fucking do the job. Listen, I looked at you and I said to you, Thumper, I said to you, my dearest nephew, I said to you, that van isn't supposed to reach 9 streets. That van needs to get hit because the Scarlattis need to know their place. That fucking van doesn't get to 9 streets! And, like, this giant fucking dude is, like, cowering. He walks up and he gently touches his face with 2 fingers and a thumb out, almost slowly, greasily, and says, I know. You're just so big and stupid. I get it. These instructions are hard to follow. But next time, you're going to do what I say and you're going to succeed. Or else every inch of this pretty, big, strong body that you have is going to be melted down and turned into a discount car on a used car lot. And you? And he boops him on the fucking, like, giant visor thing, are going to be the hood ornament. Now I need to go and confirm some information. Go get your brothers, because I cannot be bothered right now. And he walks out, opening the door with both hands. The door closes and kind of waves back and forth. And roll credits. Hello, everybody. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. And you have caught me today running motherfucking New Amsterdam up in his bitch. I fucking love this game. My players got in 2 combats back to back. It was a good fucking time. And they ended up completing their mission to great success. You can also catch me on Sundays, this Sunday, where I will be in Yakshas as Frank, the man who is, just kind of doing his thing. He got real fucked up last time, like mech-wise, not like physical-wise, and he actually let Mandy reassemble his mech for once. For the first time ever, I will say. And boy, is he gonna have to recalibrate everything. And yeah, you can also catch me on Mondays where I'm in Firestrike as the Knight of Patella, a cop, ex-Paralector Burn Ward, who is currently gone fishing. And I think that's it. If you are currently watching on YouTube, thank you so much, we love you. But also, you could be watching us on Twitch, live, at twitch.tv/pair_o_dice_theater. If you are currently watching us on Twitch, thank you so much, we love you. But also, what are you doing, silly? You can also be watching us on YouTube again and again and again and again and again, where it is youtube.com/pair_o_dice_theater, no underscores. And if you are a big fan of the hot, fast, and sexy world of scheduling, you happen to like being a member of the community who does get interacted with, and you happen to be a big fan of cat memes, catch us at Pair Theater on Twitter. My name is Mike, also known as Win 5 Get 1 Free. And let's get an RIP toll guard and get the fuck out of here.
RIP toll guard.